The Adventures of the Anti-Heroes by Colton Dennis. When different cities are attacked around the world, the anti-heroes are called in to help. Will they be able to stop the villains in each city? Chapter 1. Adona, Arkansas. Khaled Walters appears typing onto a keyboard. "Hey, Agent. Baby's here," said Scientist Number 1. "Really? Why's he here?" asked Khaled. The laboratory doors open. John Arroyo appears. "Dr. Walters, how are you doing today?" asked John. "I'm fine, Agent Baby," said Khaled. "What did you just say?" asked John. "Nothing, sir," said Khaled. "That's right, you forgot that. My father paid for this lab. And you just work here," said John. "I know. You say that every time you come here," said Khaled. "Well, continue the good work, gentlemen," said John, walking away. "I really would love to kick his ass," said Khaled. "Don't let him bug you. He's just jealous of how smart you are," said Scientist Number 1. Khaled continues typing onto the keyboard. Another set of laboratory doors open. Khaled appears standing next to a suit of armor. "That suit is coming together great," said Scientist Number 1. "Yes, it is," said Khaled. "What can it do?" asked Scientist Number 1. "Whoever wears the suit can absolve any kind of system," said Khaled. "What do you mean system?" asked Scientist Number 1. "Hand me that glass of water," said Khaled. Scientist Number 1 hands a glass of water to Khaled. Khaled puts the glass of water onto a table, then types onto the keyboard. The suit of armor's left arm rises over the glass of water. The water gets sucked into the suit of armor. The suit of armor's right arm rises up. The water shoots from the suit of armor's right hand. "Great. This is just great," said Scientist Number 1. "I know," said Khaled. The telephone rings. Scientist Number 1 grabs the telephone receiver. "Hello. Yes, Agent Arroyo." "All right, I'll tell him." The telephone receiver gets hung up. "Agent Arroyo wants to see you," said Scientist Number 1. "Of course he does," said Khaled. John appears sitting in a chair behind his desk, knocking on the office door. The office door opens. "Oh, Dr. Walters, please come inside. Have a seat," said John. "Thank you. What can I do for you?" asked Khaled. "I just got off the phone with my father. He believes that we need to make some financial cuts," said John. "When you mean cuts?" asked Khaled. "You, Dr. Walters," said John. "Me. The only one who has the smartest brain in the lab. You're cutting me." "This is bullshit," said Khaled. "I need you to calm down, Dr. Walters," said John. "Calm down. Calm down. What happens if you were fired?" "You'd do the same thing," said Khaled, standing up. "No, I wouldn't," said John. "Oh, I forgot who I'm talking to. You'd cry, wouldn't you? Ain't that right, Agent Baby?" said Khaled, walking around the desk. "Dr. Walters, don't come any closer," said John. "Why? Are you afraid?" asked Khaled. John pushes a button. The office door opens. Security guard Number 1 and Security guard Number 2 run into the office, then grab Khaled. "Get him out of here," said John. "I'll be back for you, Agent Baby," said Khaled. The anti-hero tower. The telephone starts ringing. "Hello, Eric Ryan here." "John, hey pal, what's up?" asked Eric. I may have something here for you," said John. "What?" asked Eric. "I have a suit here. I think you'd be able to use it for the league," said John. "I'll send one of my friends to get it," said Eric. "All right, said John, hanging up the telephone receiver. Colton. Come here, said Eric. Colton Dennis appears approaching Eric. Yeah? Asked Colton. I need you to go to Adona, Arkansas, said Eric. Adona, Arkansas? Why? Who's there that I need to take down? Asked Colton. No one. There's a suit there. I want you to bring it back, said Eric. Send someone else, said Colton. Everyone else is busy. And you haven't been outside in a week. You're going, said Eric. All right, said Colton. Adona train station. A train stops. People are walking off of the train. Colton appears walking off of the train, then towards the road. A taxi pulls up. Colton gets into the taxi. The taxi drives away. Khalid appears in his house, then paces. Glass smashes. That prick. Who does he think he is? He needs to pay. They all do. Khalid sees the blueprint of the suit of armor. Yes, said Khalid, smiling. The taxi pulls up, then stops. Colton hands some money to taxi driver number 1, then gets out of the taxi. A building appears. Colton walks into the building, knocking on the office door. Come in, said John. The office door opens. Agent Arroyo, I'm Colton Dennis. A friend of Eric Ryan, said Colton. Oh yes, you're here for the suit. Follow me, said John. Both Colton and John are walking down the hallway, then stop next to the elevator. The elevator dings. Then the doors open. Both Colton and John see Khalid. Hello, Agent Baby. You're fired, said Khalid, firing a handgun. Colton pulls John into the office, then shuts the door. Khalid runs down the hallway. Are you all right? Asked Colton. I'm fine. Colton grabs his case. What are you doing? Asked John. I'm getting my equipment, said Colton, opening his case, then pulling out his mask. Scientist number 1 appears, typing onto the keyboard. The laboratory door opens. Khalid said, Scientist number 1, stay where you are. I don't want to kill you. Stay on the floor. Now, said Khalid. Scientist number 1 lays onto the floor. Khalid walks into the connecting laboratory, then types onto the keyboard. The suit of armor opens. Colton runs into the laboratory. Where's that guy? Asked Colton. The lights start flickering in the connecting laboratory. Colton slowly walks towards the doors. Electricity comes through the wall. Colton moves, then looks up. Khalid appears wearing the suit of armor. Khalid, said scientist number 1. No, not anymore. Call me Abolition Man, said Khalid. Colton stands up. You chose the wrong day and the wrong person, said Colton. Like I'm afraid of you, said Khalid, flying towards Colton. Colton moves. Khalid flies down the hallway, then into the office. John turns around. Dr. Walters, what are you doing? Asked John. What I should have done in the first place, said Khalid, raising his right hand towards a fan. The wind gets sucked into the right arm of the suit. The left arm gets raised. The wind blows towards John. John goes through the office window, then grabs the ledge. Khalid is hovering over John. Dr. Walters, don't, said John. Too late, said Khalid. Knives go into the back of the suit of armor. Khalid turns around. Pick on someone your own size, said Colton, pulling out a sword. Choose your battles wisely, said Khalid. I always do, said Colton. Khalid flies towards Colton. Colton moves, then runs towards John. Help me, said John. I got you, said Colton. Look out, said John. Colton looks back. Khalid tackles Colton out of the office window. Colton punches Khalid. Enough, said Khalid, throwing Colton. Colton goes through the window into the building next door. Khalid smiles. John climbs up into the office. Khalid slowly flies towards Colton. A gun fires. Khalid turns around. Leave him alone. This is between us, said John. Exactly right, said Khalid, flying towards John, then tackling him. John goes into the office wall, then he groans. Khalid laughs. Stop, said John weakly. Not until you're dead. Khalid looks at the floor, then sees broken glass. The glass gets sucked into the suit of armor. Nice knowing you. Well, not really, said Khalid, raising his left arm. A knife goes into the suit of armor's left arm. Khalid looks. Colton appears standing on the other side of the building's window. Khalid raises his left arm. The suit of armor starts shaking. Dr. Walters, take off the suit, said John. I don't think so. You did this, said Khalid, flying towards Colton. The suit of armor explodes. The sun rises. Colton appears sitting on the curb. Are you all right? Asked John. I'm fine. Been through worse, said Colton. Sorry about the suit, said John. No problem. Just glad that guy's gone, said Colton. All right. Thanks for saving me, said John. Yeah, and how Eric always says, if you ever need help, call the anti-heroes, said Colton, handing a card to John. The anti-heroes tower. Colton is walking into the living room. Geez, are you all right, Colton? Asked Eric. I'm fine. The suit of armor is gone. Someone tried killing your friend with it, said Colton. God. At least you're alive, said Eric. Yeah? Why do they call John and Quat Agent Baby and Quat? Asked Colton. He's a spoiled adult. Thanks again, Colton, said Eric. Chapter 2. Abington, Massachusetts. Footsteps are running. Callie Moses trips onto the ground. Number 1 stops. Come on, get up. Callie grabs number 1's hand. Footsteps are approaching. Both Callie and number 1 look, then see a figure in the distance. Hurry up, said number 1. Both Callie and number 1 continue running. Elise Adkins grabs Callie around her waist. And Quat, help me, and Quat, help me, and Quat, yelled Callie, and Quat, Callie, and Quat, Callie, and Quat. Number 1 turns around. Mabel Houston appears, then grabs number 1's shirt. Number 1 continuously punches Mabel. A piece of skin appears on number 1's fist. Mabel looks at number 1 with half a robotic face. What the hell? Said number 1, getting hit in the back of his head. A muffling in the distance. Number 1 groans, opens his eyes, then sees Callie strapped to a stretcher. Callie muffles. Elise, Mabel and Rita appear next to the stretcher. Footsteps are approaching. Crystal Noble appears. Callie continues muffling. Calm down, my sweetheart. Everything will be fine, said Crystal. Hey, get away from her, said number 1. Crystal looks at number 1. You brought a man here, said Crystal. He was with her, said Rita. Kill him, said Crystal. Rita approaches the cage. No, you don't, said number 1, being shot in his head, then falls onto the cage floor. Callie tries screaming. Shh, you're all right. And after the process, you'll be more advanced, said Crystal, holding a robotic arm. The anti-heroes tower. Eric puts his clothes into a suitcase. Heading off somewhere? Asked Sarah Kindler, appearing. I need to go to Abington, Massachusetts for a few days, said Erica. What's so special there? Asked Sarah K. Mark told me that people have been missing the past few weeks. So, I'm gonna check it out, said Erica. Need some backup? Asked Sarah K. Nah, but thanks for offering. By the way, please keep the tower in one piece and tell that to the others. I'm trusting you for this is gonna be the first time I'm away from you since we became a team, said Erica. Don't worry, 3 men. You need a woman here. They'll listen to me, said Sarah K. Erica laughs. Don't make me regret this, said Erica. Oh, you will. Erica looks at Sarah K. I'm kidding, said Sarah K. Erica walks out of the front door. Jay McCabe appears from around the corner. So, party? Asked Jay. Definitely, said Sarah K. Abington, Massachusetts. An airplane lands. People are walking off of the plane. Erica walks outside of the airport, then raises his right hand. A taxi stops. The taxi door opens, then shuts. Hi. Take me to the middle of the desert, said Erica. Yes, sir, said taxi drive number 1. The taxi is driving. Excuse me, sir. Do you know anything about those missing people? Asked Erica. In the papers, I've read about them. Such a shame for those people, said taxi driver number 1. It happened around here, right? Asked Erica. Actually, everywhere. This whole place right here is in open desert. Anybody could get lost, said taxi driver number 1. I can see that. Stop the cab, please. The taxi stops. The back door opens. Erica gets out of the taxi, walks towards some bushes, then looks around. Is everything all right, sir? Asked taxi driver number 1. Yeah. Erica gets into the taxi. The back door shuts. All right. Take me to the closest hotel or motel, said Erica. Yes, sir, said taxi driver number 1. The taxi continues driving, then pulls into a parking lot. Here you go, said Erica. Thank you, and if you need a ride, here's my card, said taxi driver number 1. Thanks. I might take you up on that, said Erica. Be careful, my friend, said taxi drive number 1. The taxi drives away. Erica walks into the motel. Mabel appears. Hello, how may I help you? Asked Mabel. I need a room, said Erica, and thank God we got some. Mabel types onto the keyboard. All right, here's your key. Enjoy your time here, said Mabel. I will, said Erica, walking away. The motel door opens, then shuts. Erica places his suitcase onto the floor, then opens the curtains. The sun slowly goes down. Eric R is walking down the staircase, then stops at the counter. Hello, how may I help you again? Asked Mabel. Do you know a place to get a beer? Asked Erica. There's a bar down the block, said Mabel. Thank you, said Erica. Enjoy your night, said Mabel. You too, said Erica, walking away. People appear walking around. Phil's bar appears. Erica walks into the bar. People are talking. How may I help you? Asked bartender number 1. I'll have a beer, said Erica. A glass of beer gets placed in front of Erica. Erica grabs the beer, then takes a drink. Callie appears at the end of the bar. Erica approaches Callie. Hello, said Callie. Hi, I'm Eric, said Erica. Callie, said Callie. Want a drink? Asked Erica. I have one, but I'll have a glass of you, said Callie. Sounds pretty good, but I don't date the first woman I see, said Erica. No, said Callie. I get to know her first, said Erica. Callie smiles. I could change your mind, said Callie. The motel door opens. Both Callie and Eric walk into the motel room, then start kissing. I really don't do this, said Eric. Callie pushes Eric onto the bed. I do, said Callie sitting on top of Eric then takes off her shirt. The moon is shining. Eric rolls over, wakes up then doesn't see Callie. She left, said Eric laughing. Footsteps are walking. Eric stops, quickly moves back then peeks around the corner. Callie appears talking to Mabel. She needs to see us, said Mabel. Now, said Callie. It's the safest time, said Mabel. Both Callie and Mabel are walking away. Eric follows behind. Both Callie and Mabel get into a car. The car starts, then drives away. Eric pulls out the taxi's card. The taxi appears driving. Why are we following these women? Asked taxi driver number 1. I have a feeling they know something about the missing people, said Eric. The car drives down a dirt road. Stop the cab. The taxi stops. All right, I want to thank you, but I go on ahead by myself, said Eric. Be careful, my friend, said taxi driver number 1. Eric is running down the dirt road. The car appears in the distance. Eric smiles, slowly walks, then sees in underground door. The underground door opens. Eric climbs down the ladder, talking in the distance. Eric slowly walks, then peeks around the corner. Callie, Crystal, Elise, and Mabel appear. Do we have to do this? Asked Callie. I must keep an eye on your wiring, said Crystal, pulling down Callie's skin. What the hell? Whispered Eric. Being tased, falls onto the ground. Then his vision goes blurry. He's a man, said Crystal. But I like him, said Callie. You aren't the same Callie Moses anymore. You're new and improved, said Crystal. Eric sits up. Eric, are you okay? Asked Callie. Don't worry about him. You're one of us. Rita, said Crystal. Rita points handgun. No, don't. Please, just let him go, said Callie. Then he'll tell others about us. He must die, said Crystal, nodding her head to Rita. Rita cocks the handgun. The gun fires. All 6 look. The taxi driver number 1 appears pointing a shotgun. Nobody move, said taxi driver number 1. Another man, kill him. Rita, said Crystal. Rita points the handgun at taxi driver number 1. The shotgun fires. Rita gets shot in her stomach, then falls onto the ground. No. Get him, said Crystal. Mabel runs towards taxi driver number 1. The shotgun fires. Mabel gets shot, then looks at taxi driver number 1. She's a robot, said taxi driver number 1. Mabel runs at taxi driver number 1 again. The shotgun continues firing. Mabel knocks the shotgun out of taxi driver number 1's hands, then grabs him by his throat. Taxi driver number 1 is gasping. Elise, kill him, said Crystal. Elise grabs the handgun. No, said Callie, tackling Elise. Eric grabs the bars of the cage. The cage bars become frozen, then break off. Oh my. What are you? Asked Crystal. Your cold day in hell, said Eric, forming ice cycles. Crystal grabs the handgun. An ice cycle cuts off the handgun's tip. Oh my, said Crystal, running. Taxi driver number 1's eyes glaze over. An ice cycle goes through Mabel back. Mabel lets go of taxi driver number 1, turns around. Then self-circuits. Elise punches Callie. You fool, you ruined our plans. Die, bitch, said Elise. The handgun transforms into ice. Elise tries pulling the trigger. The handgun breaks. Sorry, No. More killings, said Erica. Elise's torso turns into ice. Callie gets helped up. Crystal is running. Then grabs the ladder. Ice forms over Crystal's hand. What the hell? Said Crystal. No more ruining lives, Doctor, said Erica. Both Crystal and Elsie appear in the back of a police car. The police car drives away. So, what now? Asked Callie. You have your life back. Sort of, said Erica. Callie looks at her arm. Yeah. Will I ever see you again? Asked Callie. Who knows? But, if you're ever in Long Island, New York, give me a call, said Erica, walking away. The Anti-Heroes Tower. Eric, Kay, JM and Sarah Kay appear sitting on the couch. What a party, said Jay. Oh yeah, said Sarah Kay. Eric's gonna kill us, said Eric Kay. He won't find out, said JM. Erica appears standing behind the couch. I won't, will I? Said Erica. All three stand up. Said Jay. Clean it up, said Eric. Chapter 3. Afton, Wyoming. People are chanting. Ma number 2 appears running through the woods. The chanting is getting louder. Ma number 2 continues running, stops, then turns around. Different colored orbs appear flying towards number 2. Ma number 2 ducks, then runs left. The different colored orbs follow Ma number 2. The chanting continues, then gets louder. The different colored orbs stop, hover, then fly away. Ma number 2 walks out of the bushes, runs, then stops at a hill. A town appears in the distance. Ma number 2 laughs. The different colored orbs appear behind number 2. Ma number 2 turns around, sees the different colored orbs, then turns back around. Red orbs hovering in front of number 2. Oh shit, said Ma number 2. The different colored orbs go into number 2's body. The Anti-Heroes Tower. The telephone starts ringing. Hello, the Anti-Heroes Tower. Hello, Sheriff. You have a missing person. Not a missing person. A body found. Why call me? Well, you've got my attention. I'll send one of my friends there to help out. Bye-bye. Erica stands up, then walks down the hallway, knocking on the door. Eric. Where's Eric? Asked Eric. R.J. McCabe appears. Eric's not here. He went to see his family, said JM. I thought they didn't care about him. Asked Eric. Are they? Sent him a card asking him to come home to talk, said JM. Damn, I needed him to go somewhere for me, said Erica. I'll do it, said JM. Really? Asked Erica. Hey, don't sound too surprised. We're supposed to be helping others, aren't we? Asked JM. All right, I need you to go to Afton, Wyoming. Something strange is happening there, said Erica. What kind of and what strange and what are we talking about? Asked JM. The police found a body. They opened him up and all his organs were healthy. No one knows how he died, said Erica. Spooky. Maybe it was a heart attack, said JM. Maybe, but how many times have we been in this situation where organs failed? Asked Erica. None, said JM. Just be careful out there, said Erica, doing worry. I got this, said JM, walking away. Afton, Wyoming. An airplane lands. People are walking off of the airplane. JM walks outside of the airport, then looks around. Edie Porter appears. You lost? Asked Edie. Excuse me? Asked JM. I asked if you were lost, said Edie. No, I just need to find a hotel, said JM. Well, the best one here is the Afton Hotel, said Edie. Really? Where can I find it? Asked JM. Just drive down the highway about 1.5 miles to 2 miles. It'll be on your left, said Edie. Thank you, said JM. No problem, Jay, said Edie. Jay starts walking, turns around, then doesn't see Edie. All right, taxi, said JM. A taxi stops. Jay gets into the taxi. The taxi drives away. Edie appears behind the post, then watches the taxi drive away. Where to, sir? Asked taxi driver number 2. The Afton Hotel, please, said JM. Why would you want to go there? Asked taxi driver number 2. To check in. Why? Is there a problem? Asked JM. Yeah, the Afton Hotel is quarantined. There's no one there. Hasn't been since the accident, said taxi driver number 2. What accident? Asked JM. A few years ago. There was this man named Annis Hatfield. People said he was a warlock of some kind. He did these rituals. One night, someone tried stopping him. A fire started in the hotel. No one ever escaped, said taxi driver number 2. Everyone died, said JM. That's what everyone says. But lately, people have been missing or found dead. It's really odd, said taxi driver number 2. Huh, said JM. So, where to? Besides the Afton Hotel? Asked taxi driver number 2. What's the closest hotel? Asked JM. The Oscar Motel. It ain't much, but it'll do, said taxi driver number 2. All right, take me there, said JM. The taxi pulls into the parking lot. JM hands some money to taxi driver number 2. Enjoy your stay, sir, said taxi driver number 2. Thank you, said JM, getting out of the taxi. The taxi drives away. JM walks into the hotel, sees no one, then hits the bell. I'm coming. Hello. Welcome to the Oscar Motel. I'm Ava Baldwin, the owner of this lovely hotel, said Ava. I'd like a room, said JM. All right. Take room 7, said Ava. Thank you, said JM, grabbing the keys. Walks outside, then towards the hotel room. The bushes start shaking. JM looks into the woods. The bushes stop shaking. The hotel door unlocks, opens, then shuts. JM places his cases onto the bed, then opens them. Guns, knives, and ammunition appear. The gun is being grabbed. Gets loaded, then cocking. The knives are being put into their holsters. Bullets get put into Jay's pockets. Knocking on the hotel door. JM closes the cases, puts them underneath his bed, then opens the hotel door. Ava appears. Oh, am I interrupting something? Asked Ava. No, just putting my clothes away, said JM. There's a restaurant in town. Want to get something to eat? Asked Ava. Sure, said JM. The hotel door shuts, then locks. Both Ava and JM get into a car. The car starts, then drives away. Edie appears in the woods. He's the one, said Edie. Billy Curtis, Randolph Curtis, and Jasmine Curtis appear next to Edie. A restaurant appears. Both Ava and JM are sitting at a table. So, what brings you into town? Asked Ava. I'm here to help the police with a murder, said JM. Really? You're a cop, said Ava. No, yeah, sure. I'm a cop, said JM. 2 plates are being placed onto the table. Yum. This looks good, said Ava. It does. Ava looks at JM. I meant the food, not. I'm gonna shut up and not embarrass myself, said JM. Ava laughs. You're funny, said Ava. How long have you owned the Oscar Motel? Asked JM. Forever. It was passed down through generations. It's the second oldest motel, still open. The Afton Hotel was the original, said Ava. I heard a story about a warlock. Is it true? Asked JM. If you believe it, yes, said Ava. This steak is delicious, said JM. Yeah, just don't ask what it's made from. JM looks at Ava. I'm kidding, said Ava. Both Ava and JM are laughing. The Afton Hotel appears. Footsteps are walking. Sir, we found a perfect specimen for you, said Edie. The hood gets taken off. Anus appears all burnt. Good. Soon I'll have my strength back. Tell me, this specimen, is it healthy? Asked Annas. Yes, said Edie. Good. Bring him here tonight. I'll drain his soul. And then the town of Afton will be mine, said Annas. The car pulls into the parking lot. The doors open then shut. Thanks for a lovely meal, said JM. No problem. Would you like to come inside? Asked Ava. I would, but I have something to do, said JMO, said Ava. Trust me, I would love to. But I need to get to the police station to help, said JM. I understand. Be careful, said Ava, walking away. Ava, I am sorry, said JM. I know, said Ava. JM walks into his hotel room. Billy, Edie, and Jasmine appear. What the? Who are you? Asked JM. Sleep, said Edie, throwing powder into JM's face. JM collapses onto the floor. All three are carrying JM. Ava looks out the window, then sees all three carrying JM. Said Ava. The Afton Hotel appears. JM appears laying on the floor. Water pours over JM's face. JM wakes up then looks around. You tried to get me here, said JM. And I succeeded, didn't I? Said Edie. Why am I here? Asked JM. Footsteps or approaching? To cure me, Mr. McCabe. Or can I call you Commando? Asked Annas. You're that warlock. I thought you died in the fire, said JM. I almost did. Until a young lady found me. The one standing next to you. She saved my life and she still is doing so, said Annas. Why me? Asked I need the souls of healthy people, and with your soul, I'll be completely cured, said Annas. You'll never get my soul, said JM. Look around, Mr. McCabe. We're all alone out here. No one's coming for you. Let's start the ritual, said Annas. Billy, Edie and Jasmine light candles. Annas kneels in front of JM, puts his hands onto his face, then starts chanting. Ava appears behind the counter, then peeks up. The chanting continues. JM groans in pain. Ava opens Jay's bag, then pulls out a knife. Billy, Edie and Jasmine are humming. The knife goes into Jasmine's chest. Jasmine collapses onto the floor. Both Billy and Edie turn around, then see Ava. Kill her, she must not stop the ritual, said Edie. Billy walks towards Ava. Ava swings the knife. Billy moves, grabs Ava's hand, then flips her onto the floor. Ava groans. Annas continues chanting. JM groans louder. Billy grabs the knife, then raises it. Ava kicks Billy, stands, then throws the knife. The knife goes into Billy's head. Billy falls onto the floor. Ava turns around, then gets punched. Stupid bitch, said Edie, grabbing the knife, then puts it to Ava's throat. A gun cocks. Don't move it. You'll die, said Sheriff Number 1. Police officers appear. You're too late, said Edie, cutting Ava's throat. No, said Sheriff Number 1. The guns continuously firing. Edie continuously being shot, then falls onto the floor. Ava is gasping. Annas continues chanting. Stop that now. The chanting continues. Stop, final warning, said Officer Number 1. The chanting gets louder. The handgun fires. Annas gets shot. in his head, then falls onto the floor. JM collapses onto the floor, then his vision goes blurry. Jay opens his eyes, then sees Eric. There you are. I thought I lost you. Pal, said Eric. Eric, where am I? Asked JM. At the hospital in Afton, Wyoming. Do you remember anything? Asked Eric. The warlock, is he? Asked JM, being interrupted. Dead. Yeah. Same with his allies, said Eric. Thanks to Ava. Where is she? Asked JM. Sorry Jay, she died. On the way to the hospital. Her throat was cut. But she did the right thing and saved you, said Eric. Yeah. But at what price, said JM. Hey, we can't save everyone. Even the ones we care about. Get some rest. We'll be home tomorrow, said Eric. Patting JM's leg, then walks away. Chapter 4. Abingdon, Illinois. Thea Duran appears. All right class. How many people here believe in hypnosis? Hands are being raised. Only a few. Well, I understand. Some also don't believe in Bigfoot, the Yeti, or the Loch Ness Monster. Let me see. You don't believe, do you, son? Asked Thea. No, Professor, said college student number 1. How about I test you? If I could hypnotize you, you'll pay more attention in class and get better grades. But if I can't hypnotize you, you don't have to write your essay that's due Friday, said Thea. You got yourself a deal, Professor, said college student number 1. All right, students, please. I need silence to do this. Now, look into my eyes. Only focus on my voice. You are slowly getting sleepy. And when you wake up, you'll, said Thea, whispering into college student number 1's ear. What's she doing? Asked Kayla Rosario, appearing. This is her technique, said Mason Atkins, appearing next to Kayla. Now, when you wake up, you'll remember nothing, except what I want you to do, said Thea, snapping her fingers. College student number 1 opens his eyes. So, are you gonna hypnotize me? Asked college student number 1. She did, man, said college student number 2. Thea smiles. Bell rings. People are walking out of the classroom. Hey, are you still going to the club tonight? Asked college student number 1. Yeah, I'll meet you there, said Kayla. That's my girl, said college student number 1. Miss Rosario, may I have a word? You know, I think you may want to know more about hypnotism. Would you like me to teach you? Asked Thea. I would love to, said Kayla. Meet me here tonight, said Thea. I got plans, said Kayla. Change them, said Thea. Walking into her classroom. Music is playing. People dancing. Hey, have you seen Kayla? Asked college student number 1. No, said college student number 2. Kayla appears walking down the hallway. Knocking on the classroom door. The classroom door opens. Or, Miss Rosario, come in. The classroom door shuts. You remember Mason Atkins, right? Asked Thea. Yes. So, what are we doing? Asked Kayla. Teaching hypnotism. Please, sit and watch the looking glass, said Thea. Kayla sits onto the floor. Ain't that the club? Asked Kayla. Yes, said Mason. Start the connection, said Thea. Mason closes his eyes. What's going on? Asked Kayla. Just watch, honey, said Thea. The music continues playing. College student number 1 takes a shot, jumps around, stops, then his eyes go black. Hey, are you all right? Asked college student number 2. College student number 1 smashes the glass, grabs a piece of it, then jams it into college student number 2's neck. People start screaming. College student number 1 laughs. Hey! What the hell? Said my number 3. College student number 1 grabs number 3's shirt, then throws him over the bar. Does anyone else want to play? Asked college student number 1. My number 4 swings a pool stick. The pool stick breaks over college student number 1's back. College student number 1 grabs number 4's throat, takes the broken pool stick, then jams it into number 4's eye. Enough, said Kayla. Thea nods her head. Mason closes, then reopens his eyes. College student number 1's eyes turn brown, then see people cowering. What? Asked college student number 1. The anti-hero's tower. The telephone starts ringing. Hello? Yes, this is Eric. Ryan. All right. I'll send one of my friends down there, said Erica, standing up. Then walking towards the office door. Hey Eric, said JM. Hey, is Eric back? Asked Erica. Yeah. He got back last night. And quat, family's doing great, and quat, he said JM. All right. How are you holding up? Since Ava? Asked Erica. I'm good, said JM, knocking on the bedroom door. The bedroom door opens. Eric K appears sitting in a chair. Hey Eric, got a minute? Asked Eric R. Everyone has a minute, doctor. What can I do for you? Asked Eric K. I need, said Eric R. being interrupted. Me to go to Abingdon, Illinois, said Eric K. Hey, let me explain it. And stop reading my mind, said Eric R. force of habit. What's going on in Abingdon? Asked Eric K. Well, a college student killed 2 people and injured another, said Eric R. And what do we have to do with this? Asked Eric K. The college student doesn't remember anything. All he remembers is dancing then. Nothing. All the people are afraid of him, said Eric R. You got my attention, said Eric K. Just be careful down there, said Eric R. Abingdon, Illinois. An alley appears. Eric K. appears in the alley. Beats any transportation. Eric K. walks out of the alley, then down the street. Excuse me? Where can I find Abingdon University? Asked Eric K. You need to go 2 blocks that way. The signs. Right out in front, said woman number 1. Thank you, madam. And by the way, the reason your baby is fussy is because you're forcing the bottle too hard. Gentle madam, said Eric K. Woman number 1 fixes the bottle. Abingdon University. Eric K. appears outside the college. A group is staring at Eric K. Look at that geek, said college student number 3 in his mind. Eric K. points at college student number 3. College student number 3's pants fall down, then he tries pulling them up. Don't hurt yourself, Jude, said Eric K. walking towards the building, looks down the hallway, then goes down it. Kayla appears, sitting in the lounge. Eric K. clears his throat. Kayla looks up at Eric K. Yes. Asked Kayla. You seem pretty gloomy. Is there anything I could do? Asked Eric K. Only if you could undo what my friend did, said Kayla. Oh, the college student from the club. Unfortunately, I can't do anything for him. But I can give you a smile, said Eric K. smiling. Kayla smiles. You got a great smile. I'm Kayla Rosario, by the way, said Kayla. Eric Klein. Nice to meet you, Kayla. Now, may I ask a question about your friend? Has he ever acted this way before? Asked Eric K. No, this is the first time. And never mind, said Kayla. Please, don't stop talking. Because if you don't, I'll get the information one way or another, said Eric K. How? You're not a creep, are you? Asked Kayla. Please, I have the ability of telekinesis. I can move stuff with my mind. And I also have the power of telepathy. So, I can read your mind, said Kayla. No way. No one has that power, said Kayla. Really? And you're sure about that? Kayla nods her head. Then tell me why those coffee mugs are floating? Asked Eric K. Kayla turns her head, then sees the coffee mugs floating above their table. Oh my! You're telling the truth, said Kayla. Yes, Kayla Jane Rosario, who was born on April 20, 1990. You are the daughter of Mr. Frederick Hover Rosario and Mrs. Jane Mitchell Rosario, who were born on August 13, 1967 and December 27, 1964. Do you want me to keep going? Asked Eric K.O. My, so, you know, said Kayla. Know what? Asked Eric K. About what's going on here, said Kayla. Yes, but why don't you tell me? So I can see if we're on the same page, said Eric K. Let's talk in my dorm room, said Kayla. Both Eric K. and Kayla are walking. Thea appears walking down the hallway. Kayla holds Eric K.'s hand. Hello, Kayla, said Thea. Professor Duran, said Kayla. Sorry to hear about your friend, said Thea. Me too, said Kayla's hand tightens. Eric K. looks at Kayla then at Thea. Hi, I'm Eric Klein. Kayla's cousin, said Eric K.O. I'm Thea Duran. It's nice to meet you, said Thea shaking Eric K.'s hand. Both Eric K. and Thea have images. Well, I need to get going. Nice to meet you. See you later, Kayla, said Thea walking away. Let's get to your room, said Eric K. The dorm room door opens. Both Eric K. and Kayla walk into the dorm room. Eric K. groans. Are you all right? Asked Kayla. I'm fine. That professor. She's a very talented woman, said Kayla. You know her? Asked Kayla. Not at all, but once we shook hands. I saw what her plan is, said Eric K. What's her plan? Asked Kayla. To control as many people as she wants, said Eric K. But why? Asked Kayla. She wants something she doesn't understand, said Eric K. Which is? Asked Kayla. Control. She doesn't know how to control it, said Eric K. Let's tell the police, said Kayla. What? That your professor is planning on controlling them to do their dirty work. What do you think will happen? Asked Eric K. Then what do we do? Asked Kayla. I was sent by my friend. I need to stop her, said Eric K. Can you? Asked Kayla. I'll try, said Eric K. Thea is pacing around her classroom. The classroom door opens. Professor, I'm here. Is it true, you found a strong entity? Asked Mason. Yes, said Thea. Great. Maybe we could use him, said Mason. I don't think so, said Thea. Why not? Asked Mason. He's very powerful, said Thea. But not as powerful as hypnosis, said Mason. Mason. You're a genius. We kidnap him. Then put him under one of my spells. Then he can do my dirty work, said Thea laughing. Footsteps are walking. Where's her classroom? Asked Eric K. There, said Kayla. Both Eric K. and Kayla are walking towards the classroom door. The lights are off. She must be somewhere else, said Kayla. Let's go find her, said Eric K. walking away. A shadow moves inside of the classroom. Kayla looks through the classroom window, then opens the door. Eric, said Kayla looking back. Eric K.'s gone. Kayla, in here, said Eric K. Eric, where are you? Asked Kayla. Come closer, said Eric K. The classroom door shuts. Kayla turns around. A sack gets put over Kayla's head. Eric K is walking, then turns around. Kayla, Kayla. Damn it. Kayla, said Eric K. Walking back, then stopping. Eric, Eric, in here, said Kayla. Eric K walks into the classroom. Kayla, what are you doing in here? Kayla, asked Eric K, turning Kayla around. Kayla's eyes are black. Thanks for coming for me, said Kayla, laughing. The classroom door shuts. The lights turn on. Both Mason and Thea appear. Well, well, well. You are quite the person, aren't you, Mr. Klein, said Thea. I could say the same for you, Professor Duran, said Eric K. That you can. But you, I believe, you're quite as powerful. But I wonder what would happen if you were hypnotized, said Thea. That'll never happen, said Eric K. We'll see, but for now. Kayla, get him, said Thea. Kayla walks towards Eric K. Kayla, Kayla, fight it. Kayla gets closer towards Eric K. Kayla. Kayla punches Eric K. Eric K. falls onto the floor. Kayla, stop, said Eric K. She can't hear you, said Thea. Kayla punches Eric K. again. Kayla, I know you're in there, said Eric K. Kayla kicks Eric K. Eric K. slides into the classroom wall. That's right. Do it. Hurt him, said Thea. Kayla, if you can. Hear me? I'm sorry for doing this, said Eric K. holding up his hands. Thea's desk gets lifted, then hits Kayla. Oh my. You're stronger than I thought. You'll do perfect. Mason, hypnotize him. Mason looks at Eric K, then goes stiff. Come on, what are you waiting for? Asked Thea. He can't hear you. Right now. I froze him for the moment, said Eric K. Yes, you are definitely the one I need, said Thea. Sorry to disappoint you, Professor, but I'm no one's lab rat, said Eric K. We'll see about that, said Thea. Eric K. gets hit in the back of his head with a textbook. Kayla appears. Ow, said Eric K. groaning. Thank you, Kayla. I don't need you anymore. Kayla collapses onto the floor. Thea rolls Eric K. onto his back. Look into my eyes. Listen to the words I say, and you'll be my slave, said Thea. How many I serve you? Asked Eric K. Stand up. Eric K. stands up. Yes, it worked. I'm gonna be the most powerful hypnotist alive, said Thea. Kayla groans. What happened? Asked Kayla. Eric, finish her off, said Thea. Yes, Professor, said Eric K. Sharpened pencils hover in front of Kayla. Eric, please. Don't, Eric, said Kayla. I must listen to my leader. Kayla closes her eyes. Kill her. Kill her. As your leader, I'm telling you to kill her, said Thea. Sorry, but I already have a leader, said Eric K. pointing at Thea. The sharpened pencils fly towards Thea, then pins her to the classroom wall. What? No, you bastard. Let me go, said Thea. I don't listen to fake hypnotists. Kayla, are you all right? Asked Eric K. holding out his hand. Kayla gets pulled to her feet. Both Mason and Thea are being placed into the back of a police car. Don't worry, those two nuts won't ever escape. Nice job, pal, said Officer Number 2 walking away. So, how'd you escape her? Hypnosis, asked Kayla. Well, like I said, and quat. She wanted control, and quat. With me, I can only control myself and no one else can. See, people with hypnosis think they can manipulate others, when in reality, we actually have the control, not them. And by the way, said Eric K. pointing. Kayla turns her head. College student number 1 appears running towards Kayla. Kayla hugs college student. Number 1. Thank God you're all right, said college student number 1. Same with you? Hey, I want you to meet someone. Kayla turns around. Eric K is gone. Eric, where'd he go? Asked Kayla. Where'd who go? Asked college student number 1. Eric K appears behind a tree. See you later, kid, said Eric K, disappearing. Chapter 5. Abrams, Wisconsin. The moon is shining. Male teenager number 1 appears riding a skateboard, then skids onto the curb. A group of teenagers are cheering. Can I try? Asked female teenager number 1. Sure, said male teenage number 1. Female teenager number 1 stands onto the skateboard, then falls into male teenager number 1's arms. Both female and male teenagers kiss. Hey, none of that. Now, you kids get out of here now, said officer number 2. Fuck you, pig, said male teenager number 1. What did you just say? The group of teenagers run away. That's right, run you brats. Officer number 2 walking. A clanking sound comes from the distance. Officer number 2 looks into the distance. The clanking sound continues. Hello? Is someone there? Is someone there? Officer number 2 slowly walks towards the clanking sound. A pipe appears banging against the dumpster. Officer number 2 laughs. I need to calm down. Damn. Pipe. Officer number 2 walking down the sidewalk, laughing in the distance. Officer number 2 points his flashlight. Hello? The laughter continues. Who's there? The streetlight breaks. Officer number 2 looks around. All of the streetlights continue breaking. Stop that. Whoever's doing that better stop. The last streetlight breaks. Officer number 2 pointing his flashlight. A figure wearing all black appears. Who are you? Who are you? Hey, answer me, said officer number 2. Another figure wearing all black appears. Officer number 2 turns around. 4 more figures wearing all black appear surrounding. Officer number 2 pulls out his handgun. A knife knocks the handgun out of officer number 2's hand. Officer number 2 pulls out his nightstick. All 6 figures wearing all black pull out 2 swords. Officer number 2 keeps looking around. All 6 figures wearing all black swing their swords. The anti-hero's tower. The telephone starts ringing. Eric R. grabs the telephone receiver. Anti-heroes. Yeah, my team's here. Hold on a second. Hey guys, get in here. You need to hear this, said Eric R. All 4 walk into their office. What's up? Asked JM. Hey, yeah, I'm here. I'm putting you on speaker. Eric R. pushes a button. All right, go ahead, said Eric R. Well, we found an officer's body, said officer number 3. An officer? People are really aiming to be arrested, said Colton. How did the officer die? Was he shot, strangled? Asked Eric R. Actually, swords, said officer number 3. Did you just say swords, as in plural? Asked Sarah K. Yes, I did. And for how many pieces he was found in? I believe 6 swords, said officer number 3. You said, and quat, pieces, and quat. How many pieces? Asked Eric K. It's hard to tell, said officer number 3. Well, don't worry, because the anti-heroes are on our way, said Eric R. The telephone hangs up. Wait, did you just say we're going? As in all of us? Asked Colton. A police officer split in half. What do you think? Asked Eric R. Where are we going? Asked Eric K. Abrams, Wisconsin. All 5 appear in an alley. I love traveling like that, said Colton. All right, we need to get to the crime scene. We'll start there and see if anything comes up, said Eric R. All five are walking down the street. Bloodstains appear on the road. That's a lot of blood, said Eric K. Hey guys, these streetlights are broken, said Sarah K. The lights down all the streets are broken, said Colton, walking towards the sidewalk, then kneels. A piece of black mirror appears, then gets flipped over. And quote, look, and quote, appears to be written on a piece of glass. Find anything? Asked Eric R. No. I thought I did, but I didn't, said Colton. So, do we know who did this? Asked Eric R. Eric K. kneels next to a bloodstain, then puts his hand onto the road. What are you doing? Asked JM, trying to get a link, said Eric K. Anything? Asked Eric R. Eric K. appears next to Officer number 2. I'm seeing everything he's seeing, said Eric K. echoing. What does he see? Asked Eric R. The lights are breaking one by one. Eric K. turns around, then sees the figure wearing all black. I see a figure all in black, said Eric K. Any features about him? Asked Eric R. Not really. Eric K. turns around. I see another one. Eric K. looks all around. There's 4 more, said Eric K. 6. Said Sarah K. Just like the officer said Eric R. All 6 figures wearing all black swing their swords. Eric K. opens his eyes. That's it. All 6 at the same time split him, said Eric K. So, Wisconsin has 6 people all in black, with swords killing people. And no one has ever seen these people before, said Eric R. Let's keep looking around. They'll resurface, said JM. Colton looks down the street. Are you all right, Colton? Asked Eric R. Fine. I just hope we find these assholes, said Colton. Maybe we should split up. Me, Sarah and Jay will ask around. Eric and Colton asked the neighbors, said Eric R. Sure, said Colton. Let's go, guys, before any more people are found dead, said Eric R. Both Colton and Eric K. are walking. Colton looks back, then sees Eric K. staring at him. What? Asked Colton. You're hiding something, said Eric K. I ain't hiding anything. Let's try this house, said Colton, knocking on the front door. The front door opens. Yeah? Asked woman number 3. Did you hear or see anything last night? Asked Eric K. No, said woman number 3. Well, if you do think of anything, here's my card, said Eric K. Both Colton and Eric K. are walking away. So, did you read her mind? Asked Colton. She's clean. Didn't hear anything. But that's not my real problem, said Eric K. What do you mean? Asked Colton. Your ideas are so loud. Space aliens could hear them, said Eric K. All right. Where do I start? Asked Colton. How about the piece of glass in your pocket? Said Eric K. Colton pulls out the piece of glass. It's black, like those people last night, said Eric K. Turn it over, said Colton. The piece of glass gets turned over. And quat? Look, and quat? Look where? Asked Eric K. looking at Colton. It's a piece of mirror. It's supposed to be you, said Colton. I don't get it. Asked Eric K. When someone is murdered, they normally look into the eyes of their killer. These people wear masks with a mirror. So the last thing you see before you die is yourself, said Colton. So, it's like fighting your demons, comforting them. Who's behind the masks? Asked Eric K. I don't know, said Colton. Come on, said Eric K. I don't know, said Colton. Why didn't you tell Eric or us? Asked Eric K. I was once one of these people, said Colton. So, you know everything about them. We need to tell the others. Hold. On to me, said Eric K. Footsteps are walking. I still don't see any clue about the officers. Death, said Sarah K. JM looks down an alley, then sees a figure wearing all black running down. Rit. Eric, I just saw one, said JM. All three are running down the alley. JM points his gun. Keep your eyes open, guys. We don't know what we're dealing with, said Eric R. The figure wearing all black appears on the fire escape, then throws a flower pot. Sarah K. walks forward. The flower pot breaks. All three look up. There he is, said Sarah K. The figure wearing all black runs up the fire escape. You two stay down here. I'll get him, said Eric R. forming ice, then flies up. The figure wearing all black gets to the roof, then runs. Eric R. lands onto the roof. The figure wearing all black pulls out two swords. Eric R. forms ice cycles. Both the ice cycles and the swords collide. Both JM and Sarah K. are looking up. A second figure wearing all black runs down the alley. Another, said Sarah K. JM runs after the figure wearing all black. Hold on, said Sarah K. A third figure wearing all black jumps out the second-story window, swings a sword, then misses Sarah K. Sarah K. laughs. There's a reason they call me Ace, said Sarah K. JM. Continues running, then gets to a door. The door opens. JM walks into the building. Where'd you go, buddy? Asked JM. The figure wearing all black appears holding onto the ceiling. JM looks around. A creaking sound comes from above. JM looks up. The figure wearing all black jumps onto JM. The gun slides. JM pulls out knives. The figure wearing all black pulls out two swords. The swords are being swung. Sarah K. ducks, then kicks the figure wearing all black in his leg. The figure wearing all black groans, then swings a sword. Sarah K. spins. The sword gets swung again. Sarah K. ducks, then stands against the wall. The sword gets swung a third time. Sarah K. ducks, then runs up the wall. The sword swings at Sarah K. Sarah K. flips over the sword, lands onto her feet, then pulls out some playing cards. My turn, said Sarah K., throwing the playing cards. The swords continuously cut the playing cards. The figure wearing all black gets hit with playing cards. Sarah K. smiles. The figure wearing all black does a kip up. Sarah K.'s eyes widen. Both Colton and Eric K. appear. Sarah, said Eric K., raising his hand. The figure wearing all black goes. Still. Where's the others? Asked Colton. Eric's up on the roof and Jay chased one down the alley. Said Sarah K. I'll be right back, said Colton running down the alley. JM swings his knife. The figure wearing all black ducks, then swings a sword. JM gets cut in his side. Ow, that hurt, said JM. Colton runs inside of the building. Said Colton. The figure wearing all black sees. Colton kicks JM, then throws smoke bombs. Both Colton and JM are coughing. Geez, that person is fucking good, said JM. Come on, buddy, said Colton, helping JM stand up. Eric R. swings his ice cycles. The figure wearing all black ducks, then trips Eric R. A sword gets swung. The ice cycles block the sword. The figure wearing all black raises the second sword. Sarah K. appears on the roof. Eric, said Sarah K. The figure wearing all black looks up at Sarah K., then throws his second sword. The sword goes into the wall next to Sarah K.'s head. The figure wearing all in black kicks Eric R.'s stomach, then walks towards Sarah K. Hey, I'm not done with you yet, said Eric R., standing up. The figure wearing all black kicks Eric R falls off the roof. Then grabs the ledge of it. Eric. The figure wearing all black looks at Sarah K, walking towards her, then grabs his second sword. You won't get away with this, said Sarah K. The figure wearing all black looks at Sarah K, pulls out a piece of glass, then puts it into her hand. Look, said figure wearing all black, running then jumping off of the roof. Sarah K looks over the ledge. The figure wearing all black is gone. Eric R climbs up. Both Colton and JM are approaching Eric K. Both Eric R and Sarah K are climbing down the fire escape. Is everyone all right? Asked Eric R. Yeah, said JM. Hey Eric, you got one of the people, said Eric R. The figure wearing all black's arms get tired. Who are these people? Asked JM. I don't know. But one gave me this, said Sarah K, showing a piece of a black mirror, then turns it over. And quat, look, and quat. Eric K pulls out the other piece of the black mirror. Eric, said Eric R. Eric K nods his head to Colton. Guys, I need to tell you something. I know who's behind this, said Colton. The figures wearing all black appear. Sir, we have a problem, said figure wearing all black. What? Asked number 7 appearing in the dark. He's back, said figure wearing all black showing pictures of Colton. Time for plan B, said number 7. Chapter 6. Boulder City, Nevada. Knives are being sharpened. Zach Lozano appears throwing knives. The knives go into a dart board. Bullseye, said Hugh Huffman appearing. You give it a try, said Zach handing a knife. No thanks. I like these better, said Hugh pulling out a machete, then swings it. The dartboard gets cut in half. Zach laughs. So, when should we do this? Asked Zach. Tonight. And the first bank is here, said Hugh. Let's get going, said Zach. A bank appears. Here is your money. Enjoy your night, said employee number 1. Woman number 4 walks away. Hugh appears stepping forward. Hey, I need you to stay calm, all right? Can you do that for me? Whispered Hugh. Yes, I'm the calmest person ever, whispered employee number 1. Good. Because you're gonna give me all the money in the bank. And if you don't, a knife will cut your throat. Now do it and don't make any noise. Also, if you talk to the security guards, they'll die, whispered Hugh. All right, said employee number 1, trying to push the button. Hugh grabs employee number 1's arm. Get off me, said employee number 1. Hey, let go of the lady, said security guard number 1. Hugh lets go of employee number 1's arm. All right, look out, said Hugh pointing. Security guard number 1 turns around. Hugh pulls out his machete. Security guard number 1 looks back at Hugh, then gets his head cut off. People are screaming. Security guard number 2 points his handgun. Lower the machete, said security guard number 2. Look out, said Hugh. I'm not saying it again, said security guard number 2. Zach appears behind security guard number 2, then cuts his throat. All right, what? A rush, said Zach. Now, put the money in the bags, said Hugh. Both Hugh and Zach run out of the bank. Then get into a car. The car drives away. The anti-hero's tower. Colton is staring out the window. Hey, how are you doing? Asked Sarah K. Fine. But at least you're talking to me, said Colton. Hey, you might have a rough past, but a lot of people do. Maybe not as dark, but they do, said Sarah K. Footsteps are approaching. Sarah, we have another incident. I want you to go, said Eric R. How about me? Asked Colton. No, just Sarah. You're going to Boulder City. Colton, I know. You want to help. But, until that guy strikes again, we need to keep our eyes open, said Eric R. Walking away. Enjoy Nevada, said Colton smiling. Boulder City, Nevada. An airplane lands. People are walking off of the airplane. Sarah Kay is walking outside of the airport, then pulls out her cell phone. Excuse me, ma'am. I think you dropped this, said number 8. Thanks. $100, said Sarah Kay walking. A taxi drives up. Excuse me, need a ride? Asked taxi driver number 3. I'd love one, said Sarah Kay getting into the taxi. Where to? Asked taxi driver number 3. The closest hotel around? Boulder City, said Sarah Kay. The taxi drives away. A hotel appears. Here we are, said taxi driver number 3. Thank you. Here's 100. Enjoy your day, said Sarah Kay getting out of the taxi. You too, said Sarah Kay walking into the hotel. Hello, checking in? Asked employee number 2. Yes, said Sarah Kay, typing onto the keyboard. All right, you're in the master suite. And it's all been paid for too. How lucky, said employee number 2, handing a card key to Sarah Kay. Thank you, and fix your tie. Messy, isn't? Good, said Sarah Kay walking away. The elevator dings. Sarah Kay is humming, then bumps into Zach. Oh. Sorry, said Zach. It's all right. Enjoy your day, said Zach. You too, said Sarah Kay smiling. The hotel door opens, then shuts. Sarah Kay pulls out her cell phone, then pushes a few buttons. Eric Ryan, said Eric. Hey Eric, I'm at the hotel and what should I do? Asked Sarah Kay. Find the bank that was robbed. Ask questions to anyone, said Eric R. All right. Ace out, said Sarah Kay, hanging up her cell phone. The bank appears. Sarah Kay walks into the bank. Excuse me, I'm Sarah Kindler. I'm here to investigate the robbery, said Sarah Kay. Follow me. This is where the one decapitated the security guard. Then the other security guard got his throat cut from his partner, said officer number 6. Any video? Asked Sarah Kay. Yeah. Follow me, said officer 6. Footsteps are walking. Sarah Kay is watching the video. The machete decapitates security guard number 1. Zach appears behind security guard number 2. Wait. Stop that video, said Sarah Kay. Why? Do you see something? Asked officer number 6. I ran into that guy at the hotel I'm staying at. I bumped into him when I got off on my floor, said Sarah Kay. Did you get him name? Asked officer number 6. No, I didn't, said Sarah Kay. Let's get going, said officer number 6. Zach appears sleeping. Hugh is watching the television. The sound of tires squealing. Hugh looks out the window, then sees police cars. Shit. Zach, wake up, said Hugh. What's going on? Asked Zach. The police are here, said Hugh. Shit. Let's go, said Zach. Both Hugh and Zach run out of the hotel room. The elevator dings. Police officers appear. The guns are firing. Both Hugh and Zach are running down the stairwell. They're taking the stairs, said officer number 6. Footsteps are running up the stairwell. Here, said Hugh. Both Hugh and Zach are running down the hallway. Hey, over here, said Zach. Both Hugh and Zach jump out of the window, land into the next building, then start laughing. Hey boys, don't get too smug yet, said Sarah Kay. Both Hugh and Zach pull out knives and a machete. I got this, said Zach, walking towards Sarah Kay. You're first, said Sarah Kay. Don't I know you? Yeah, I ran into you this morning, said Zach. Nice memory, said Sarah K. Zach swings his knives. Sarah K. continuously moving. You're good, said Zach. Thanks, said Sarah K. Zach swings his knife again. Sarah K. does a backflip, then kicks the knife out of Zach's hand. Oh, you're really good, said Zach swinging his second knife. Sarah K. grabs Zach's arm, twists it, kicks the knife, then knees him in his face. Hugh swings his machete. Sarah K. moves, then kicks Hugh in his leg, flips over, then puts a chokehold onto him. Hugh is struggling, stands up, then jumps onto the roof. Sarah K. groans. Hugh stands up, grabs his machete, then looks at Sarah K. You are a tough woman. I'm really surprised. You don't look it, said Hugh, raising his machete. Sarah K. kicks Hugh's testicles, rolls over, then throws playing cards. The playing cards hit Hugh. Hugh goes into a post. Then he groans. Zach grabs his knives, then throws them. A knife goes into Sarah K.'s leg. Sarah K. pulls the knife out of her leg. Zach laughs, grabs the machete, then walks towards Sarah K. You almost got us, said Zach, raising the machete. Well, and quat. Calm as a bitch, and quat, said Sarah K. throwing the knife. The knife cuts a wire. The wire falls into the machete. Zach gets electrocuted, then falls onto the ground. Police officers bust through the roof door. Cuff him. Are you all right? Asked officer number 6. Yeah, I'm fine, said Sarah K. A bandage gets wrapped around Sarah K.'s leg. What a wound, said Eric R. I know, said Sarah K. Footsteps are approaching. There's the lucky lady, said JM. Yeah, very lucky, said Sarah K. It could have been worse, said Eric K. Colton appears holding his bags. All 4 look up at Colton. Colton, are you going somewhere? Asked Eric. I'm leaving. I betrayed you all for my secret, and you don't need a liar on the team, said Colton. But, where will you go? Asked Sarah K. I don't know. But don't worry. You will have help. I called in a favor. He's on his way here now, said Colton. Colton, you don't. Whoa, said Eric R., collapsing onto the floor. Eric, said JM, collapsing onto the couch. Sarah K. passes out. Eric K. looks at Colton. Thank you for helping me, said Colton. Just be careful when you find him, said Eric K. I will, said Colton, walking out the front door. Chapter 7. Alacapa, Pennsylvania. A car appears driving. Man number 8 and woman number 6 appear. I can't believe we're doing this, said woman number 6. Hey, this stuff hasn't hit stores yet. And the guy? Said, and quat. He'll give us a good price, and quat. Will you just relax? Remember, you're with me, said man number 8. I know. This just seems awful to do, said woman number 6. Honey, come to the bad side once in a while. There they are, said number 8. The car pulls off to the side of the road, then turns off. The doors open, then shut. Sean Ashley appears leaning against his van. You're late, said Sean. Sorry. My wife didn't really want to come, said number 8. Then why bring her? Asked Sean. She didn't want me to come alone, said number 8. Why? You think I'd screw you somehow? Asked Sean. Yes, said woman. Number 6. Smart. You've got a smart woman. You're the type of people I like to deal with. Protection in numbers, said Sean. So, do you have the stuff? Asked my number 8. Inside my van. The back doors of the van open. Crates of alcohol appear. There they are. How many do you want? Asked Sean. We'll take 2 crates, said number 8. That'll be $200, said Sean. I thought you said, and quat, 100 and quat, said number 8. I said, and quat, 200 and quat, 100 for each crate. You wouldn't be trying to screw me, would you? Asked Sean. No. Pay him, said woman number 6. Here's 200, said ma number 6. Sean puts the money into his pocket. Grab 2 crates, then get out of here, said Sean. Ma number 8 and woman number 6 grab 2 crates, then walk towards their car. The trunk of the car opens. The crates are being placed inside of the trunk. The trunk shuts. The doors open, then shut. The car drives away. Sean smiles, then gets into his van. The van starts, then drives away. The Anti-Heroes Tower. Sarah K appears drinking water. How are you feeling? Asked Eric R. A little woozy still, said Sarah K. Me too. J. How about you? Said Eric R. Same. And also a little pissed. About Colton, said JM. Why did he leave? Asked Sarah K. Like he said, and quat, he wants us to be a team that's honest, and quat, he thinks he betrayed us for having that secret, said Eric K. Hey, why? Aren't you feeling the effects? Asked Sarah K. Because I'm the one who put you guys under, said Eric K. What? Why? Asked Eric R. Colton told me to do it. It was one of his last wishes, said Eric K. But where'd he go? Asked JM. After manifestation, said Eric K. He went after the guy who helped with his dark past. Eric K. nods his head. Alone? Asked Eric R. Yes, said Eric K. The telephone starts ringing. I'll be right back, said Eric R. So, Colton's not the only one with secrets. Looks like Eric here has a few too, said JM. Tell me, Jay, who doesn't have a dark past? Asked Eric K. Footsteps or approaching. That was the police in Alacapa, Pennsylvania. They have someone bootlegging down there, said Eric R. What's bootlegging? Asked Sarah K. Selling alcohol. Illegally, said Eric K. So, who's going down? Asked JM. I'm sending you, Eric, said Eric R. Me? Why? Is it really that hard to find someone bootlegging? Asked Eric K. In this day and age? Yes, but you can find the person so much faster, said Eric R. How? Asked Eric K. Read their minds. Said Eric K. Wait. You told me not to do that anymore, said Eric K. Listen, Eric, the faster this case is done, the quicker we can find Colton and get him back, said Eric R. But he doesn't want to come back, said Eric K. But I do, said Eric R. Alacapa, Pennsylvania. The van drives into a driveway, stops, then turns off. The driver door opens, then shuts. The van locks. Sean walks into his cottage. Moaning comes from the distance. Sean slowly walks, stops at the front door, then hears louder moaning. Yeah, give it to me, baby, said Kai Watson, appearing in bed with Claudia Farley. The front door gets kicked open. Shit, what the hell? Asked Kai. Sean walks into the bedroom. This is what you do. Screw me behind my back with my business partner, said Sean. Baby, I'm sorry, said Claudia. Sean hits Claudia. Don't give me that bitch. Sean pulls out money. Here's your cut, prick. Start doing the dirty work around here. Besides her, said Sean, walking out of the bedroom. Sean walks outside, then towards his van. Sean, wait man, I'm sorry, Claudia came on to me. We were both drunk. Come on man, I'm sorry. What can I do to make it up to you? asked Kai. You do the run tonight and seal the deal. Then I'll forgive you. Maybe, said Sean. No problem, man. Just tell me where and when, said Kai. The usual spot at midnight, said Sean. All right, brother, said Kai. Eric K appears in an open field, looks around, then starts walking. Vehicles are driving down the road. Eric K holds up his thumb. A car slows down. Need a lift, pal? Asked Sean. I'd love one, said Eric K. Hop in, pal, said Sean. Eric K gets into the car. The car is driving. I'm Eric, by the way, said Eric K. Sean. So, where are you from, Eric? Asked Sean. New York, asked Eric K. Whoa, you're over a state, pal, said Sean. Yeah, I just moved here, said Sean. And you decided to come here? Man, New York must be really bad, said Sean, laughing. It's not the place, it's the people, said Eric K. What do you mean? Asked Sean. People nowadays only care for themselves, not others. Places always stay the same, said Eric K. Wise. Very wise, said Sean. Thank you, said Eric K. The car pulls into a gas station. I'll be right back, said Sean, getting out of the car, then running into the gas station. Eric K gets out of the car. Hey pal, the Nerd Olympics are next year, said biker number 1. The bikers are laughing. Eric K motions a finger. The motorcycle's gas lines come out. Gas starts seeping. The bikers are groaning. The car is driving. So, where are you heading? Asked Sean. I need to find someone who knows about bootlegging, said Eric K. Do you expect someone's doing it? Asked Sean. Yes, said Eric K. You're not gonna turn them in, would you? Asked Sean. No, I'm looking to help the person actually. I need money to support my family, said Eric K. Got a family, huh? Kids? Asked Sean. No. I got myself, my wife Sarah, here 2 brothers Jay and Colton, and my cousin Eric, said. Eric K. must get confusing with 2 Erics, said Sean. Yeah, but we have nicknames to tell us apart, said Eric K. That's a good idea. You know, I know a guy who can help you with bootlegging, said Sean. Really? Asked Eric K. Yeah, he may not pay a lot, but it'll be worth it, said Sean. I'd love to meet him, said Eric K. He's up at my cottage with my girlfriend, said Sean. You leave your girlfriend alone with your best friend, said Eric K. Yeah, hell I know they fuck each other. I mean, maybe there's room for you too, said Sean, laughing. I'll pass, but thanks for the offer, said Eric K. Suit yourself. Here we are, said Sean. The car pulls into the driveway. The doors open then shut. The van's gone. Kai must have gone out. Come on inside, my house is your house, said Sean. The front door opens then shuts. Baby, is that you? I'm feeling horny, said Claudia, walking out of the bedroom. Claudia, meet Eric. He's gonna be helping us bootlegging, said Sean. Nice to meet you, and just so you know, I'm a screamer, said Claudia, laughing. She's right, said Sean. Well, thanks for that wonderful fact, said Eric K. Want a beer? Asked Sean. No thank you. Beer clouds my memory, said Eric K. What? Asked Sean. It makes me sick, said Eric K. Oh, well, that's a shame. Because bootleggers sell illegal alcohol, said Sean. Sell, not drink. There's a difference, Sean, said Eric K. Boy, you are a genius. Having someone that doesn't drink alcohol. Sell it. I can't believe I didn't think about that. You're gonna degrade here, said Sean. The Moon is shining. Kai appears sitting in the van. Come on, where are you bastards? Headlights appear. Finally, Kai gets out of the van. The driver door shuts. Hey, nice night. I got what you want in the back. Just show me the cash and I'll show you the product, said Kai. A police light starts flashing. Ah, shit, said Kai. Put your hands on the van and spread your feet apart, said Officer number 7. The back door of the police car opens. A flashlight shines onto crates. Hey, I think we just found the alcohol that went missing last month, said Officer number 8. You're in a lot of trouble, pal, said Officer number 7. No, said Kai, being placed into the back of the police car. The cottage appears. Come on. Where is that dipshit? Said Sean. Who? Asked Eric K. Kai. He should have been back by now. The telephone starts ringing. Hello, Kai, where are you? You're where? Shit. Why would you call me? Dumbus. Sean hangs up the telephone receiver. Shit. I'm so fucked, said Sean. What's going on? Asked Eric K. Kai was arrested for possession of alcohol, said Sean. Don't worry. He's the legal age, said Claudia. Don't you get it, bitch? That alcohol is illegal. We could spend the rest of our lives in jail. Even a few months. Just for knowing about it. Fuck. What do we do? Asked Sean. Calm yourself. Now think. What's the smart move to make? Asked Eric K. Packing our shit and leaving, said Sean, running into the bedroom. Sean, I can't spend my life in jail, said Claudia. That's why we're leaving. Idiot, said Sean, carrying a suitcase. So, I guess this is it, said Eric K. Eric, you seem like a nice guy. If I'll want you to come with me. I need a new business partner, said Sean. What about my family? Asked Eric K. You can be gone a few months, then come back with cash, baby, said Sean. All right. I'll come, said Eric K. All three are running outside of the cottage, then get into the car. The car starts, then drives away. The police cars are approaching. Shit, said Sean. That way, said Eric K. The car drives down a side road. Oh my god, it's the cops. It's the cops. It's the cops. Sean, it's the cops, said Claudia. Shut up, bitch, said Eric K. Eric K. grabs Claudia's hand. Claudia passes out. She passed out, said Eric K. Good for her. Let's get to Mexico, said Sean. You'd be better off going to Canada. Shorter distance, said Eric K. once again. You're a genius, said Sean. The police cars are following behind the car. Eric K. looks at the trees. A tree falls over. A police car hits the tree. Oh, said Eric K. Yes. Did you see that? We're gonna make it, said Sean. The car turns right. The police car rams into another police car. The car crashes, then stops. Both Eric K. and Sean are groaning. Both Claudia and Sean are being handcuffed, then placed into the back of the police car. Eric K. is holding his head. Are you all right, son? Asked Officer number 7. Fine. Next time. Destroy the entire car, said Eric K. Sorry, but that makes up for the tree incident, which mysteriously fell, said Officer number 7. I needed his trust, officer, said Eric K. I understand. Take care of yourself, son, said Officer number 7. Eric K. looks at the police car. I'll come for you when I'm out, said Sean in Eric K.'s mind. I'll be waiting, said Eric K. in Sean's mind. Sean looks around, then back at Eric K. Eric K. winks at Sean, then walks away. The Anti-Heroes Tower. Eric K is walking into the building. The front door opens. All three are sitting onto the couch. There he is, said Eric R. What's going on, guys? Asked Eric K. Eric meet Byron Ward, said Eric R. Byron Ward appears. Call me, Bolt, said Byron shaking Eric K.'s hand. Chapter 8. Abbeville, South Carolina. Woman number 7 and woman number 8 are laughing. Oh, I need to tell you about this guy. He was cute, funny, intelligent and wealthy, said woman number 7. So, he wasn't? Asked woman number 8, widening her eyes. Oh, he says he is, and I'm not saying he wasn't, said woman number 7. Laughing. Check please, said woman number 8, pulling out her purse. No, this one's on me, said woman number 7, handing a card to waiter number 1. Waiter number 1 walks away. So, how's work been? Asked woman number 8. Such a bitch. My boss is such a prick. Type this. Type that. Quicker. I should just quit that job and mooch off my ex-husband, said woman number 8. Waiter number 1 clears his throat. Ma'am, this card has been denied, said waiter number 1. That can't be, said woman number 7. I don't know what to say, but this card has been denied, said waiter number 1. I'll get this one, said woman number 8, handing her card. This is odd. It was just working, said woman number 7. J.C. Penney's. Woman number 9 puts clothes onto the register counter. The clothes are being scanned. All right, your total is $105.74. Woman number 9 hands her card. The card gets swiped. A beeping noise. The card gets swiped again. Another beeping noise. Sorry ma'am, your card has been denied, said employee number 4. What? That can't be. This is a new card, said woman number 9. Sorry, will that be cash then? Asked employee number 4. A laptop appears with a video of people everywhere typing onto the keyboard. Your total bank balance, $500,000, then turns into $1 million. The Anti-Heroes Tower. JM and Sarah K appear playing a video game. Oh, and I won, said Sarah K. Damn it, said JM. How does it feel being beat by a girl? Asked Sarah K. Where's the girl? Asked JM. Sarah K. hits JM's arm. Rematch? Asked Sarah K. Definitely, said JM. Footsteps are approaching. Eric K. appears reading a book. Hey Eric, said Eric R. Hello, said Eric K. in Eric R.'s mind. Knock that off, said Eric R. knocking on the door. Come in. The bedroom door opens. Byron appears lifting weights. Hey Doc, said Byron. Just making my rounds and seeing if you're doing all right, said Eric R. I'm good, Doc. And thanks for letting me stay here, said Byron. Colton actually recommended you. Thank him, said Eric R. He'll be back. I have a feeling he will, said Byron. I hope so. The telephone starts ringing. I need to get that, said Eric R. See ya, Doc, said Byron. The bedroom door shuts. Eric R. walks into the office. The Anti-Heroes Tower. Yeah. I'll send one of my friends there. All right, bye. Eric R. walks down the hallway. Jay, I need you to go to Abbeville, South Carolina, said Eric R. No can do, me and Sarah have a tournament here. One more game and I win, said JM. Eric R. looks at Eric K. Eric K. looks at the television. The television goes static. Oh, come on, I was gonna win, said JM. Abbeville, South Carolina now. Thanks Eric, said Eric R. walking away. Great, I go too. Abbeville, South Carolina. Oh wait, There's a few strip clubs there, said JM. How do you know that? Asked Sarah K. Yeah, Jay. How do you know? Asked Eric K. Hey, I was a teenager once myself, said JM. A teenager, said Sarah K. Abbeville, South Carolina. An airplane lands. People are walking off of the airplane. JM walks outside of the airport. Excuse me, where's the closest hotel? Asked JM. Go 2 miles east, said number 10. Thank you, sir, said JM. A taxi appears. Driving then stops in front of a hotel. JM hands money to taxi driver number 3, then gets out of the taxi. The taxi drives away. JM walks into the hotel, then towards the counter. Bell dings. Hello, how may I help you? Asked employee number 5. I need a room, said JM. Great, because over half of our rooms are free, said employee number 5. Over half are free. I thought this hotel had the highest grouse in Carolina. Asked JM. Yeah, but people's bank accounts have been decreasing. No one knows why. But what room would be good for you? Asked employee number 5. Any will do, said JM. Here's your card key. Enjoy your stay, said employee number 5, winking at JM. The elevator dings. JM walks onto the elevator, yelling down the hallway. JM is walking down the hallway. More yelling comes from down the hallways. The hotel door opens then shuts. JM places down his cases. Yelling continues. Smashing sound. The hotel door opens then slams. JM opens his hotel door. Then sees number 11 walking down the hallway. The hotel door shuts. JM pulls out his cell phone then presses a few buttons. Hello, Eric Ryan speaking, said Eric. Hey, it's me. I'm at the hotel in Abbeville, South Carolina, said JM. Good, you made it there. So, did you see anything suspicious? Asked Eric. Well, a few things. All the guests are yelling, said JM. Guests do that, said Eric. Do all of them at the exact same time? Asked JM. No, not really. Anything else? Asked Eric. Yeah, most hotels have high grouse, right? Asked JM. Not most. And what? All, and what? All hotels have a high grouse, said Eric. Funny, because the woman at the counter said. And what? This hotel has more than half the rooms empty. And what? Said JM. More than half are empty. That can't be good, said Eric. Right. What should I do? Asked JM. Check around the town. Maybe something will come up, said Eric. I'll get right on it. And have Klein ready. He's pretty smart with financial shit, said JM. Will do, said Eric. Vehicles are driving. JM walks out of the hotel then down the sidewalk. Joe's Cafe appears. JM walks into Joe's Cafe. Then stands in line. People are talking. The employee swipes a card. A beeping sound. The card gets swiped again. Another beeping noise. Sorry, this card is no good, said employee number 6. What are you talking about? Swipe it again, said female teenage number 2. I did it twice, ma'am, and it's reading. Denied, said employee number 6. That can't be. I just used it next door, said female teenager number 2. You should watch your spending limit, said employee number 6. I do watch it, said female teenager number 2. Sorry. It's denied, said employee number 6. This is bullshit, said female teenage number 2 walking away. JM watches female teenage number 2 walk out of Joe's Cafe. Next, how may I help you? Asked employee number 6. I'll have a large coffee with cream and sugar, said JM coming right up. JM looks then sees Brandon Roberts sitting at a table typing onto a keyboard of a laptop. Here's your coffee. Enjoy your day, sir, said employee number 6. You too, said JM walking, stopping then seeing Brandon looking at him. Brandon smiles. JM walking down the sidewalk. Excuse me, sir, said Brandon. JM turns around. Yes, said JM, sorry. I hope I'm not bothering you. I'm Brandon Roberts. I was in the coffee shop, said Brandon. Yeah, you were staring at me before I left, said JM. Sorry about that. I didn't want you to think I was some creep. I'm actually a swell guy. Everyone knows me. I just wanted to apologize and introduce myself, said Brandon. It's all right. I'm Jay, said JM. Nice to meet you, Jay, said Brandon. You know, you look familiar, said JM. Brandon smiles then turns his head left. JM looks up. A picture of Brandon appears. You're Brandon Roberts, you're running for office. Oh man. I hope you win, man, said JM. Oh, thank you. I love meeting supporters. You enjoy your day, Jay, said Brandon. You too, Brandon, said JM. Brandon walks away. The hotel door opens. JM pulls out his cell phone then presses a few buttons. Hello, Eric Ryan, said Eric. It's me, said JM. Hey, did you find anything out? Asked Eric. Well, I may know what the problem is, said JM. What? Asked Eric. Someone's getting into people's banking and withdrawing all of their money, said JM. Are you sure about that? Asked Eric. I saw a teenager today. She said she had money on her card, but it was denied 3 times, said JM. So there's a robber in the town of Abbeville, said Eric. Oh, guess who I ran into? Asked JM. Who? Asked Eric. Brandon Roberts, said JM. That guy who's running for office, said Eric. Yeah, he's a swell guy. Everyone knows him too, said JM. That's great. Keep an eye out, Jay. Don't need you getting all your money stolen, said Eric. Roger that, said JM, hanging up his cell phone. Knocking on the hotel door. The hotel door opens. Brandon appears. Brandon, what are you doing here? Asked JM. I'm actually staying here too. I saw you get in the elevator. I was wondering if you'd like to have dinner tonight. Asked Brandon. Sure. Where and when? Asked JM. The hotel diner hall, say 8 o'clock, said Brandon. I'd love to, said JM. Great. See you tonight, said Brandon. All right, said JM. The elevator dings. JM walks off of the elevator then towards the diner hall. How may I help you? Asked number 11. Yes, Brandon Roberts is expecting me, said JM. Yes, this way, sir, said number 11. JM sits down. How may I help you this evening? Asked waiter number 2. I think I'll wait for Mr. Roberts, said JM. Of course, sir, said waiter number 2. The clock reads 8 o'clock then turns to 8:45. Where the hell is he? Asked JM. JM's cell phone starts ringing. No cell phones, sir, said waiter number 2. Sorry, hello, whispered JM. It's me. Boy, do I got news, said Eric. This ain't a good time, Eric, whispered JM. I looked up your friend Brandon Roberts. And boy, does he have a history, said Eric. How'd you get it without restrictions? Whispered JM. Klein helped me, said Eric. Of course, whispered JM. Well, the reason he is running for office is because he owes a lot of people money, said Eric. And political people are bad. We know this, whispered JM. But here is another odd thing about your friend. He opened a bank account which had only $20 in it. A few days later, $500,000 was put into his account. Then a few more days later, $2,000 was put into his bank account. Said Eric. You're saying that Brandon is, said JM, being interrupted. The economy man, said Brandon, appearing. Brandon. Hey, you didn't hear my conversation? Asked JM. Brandon, laughing. Of course I did. Brandon points a handgun at JM. And now, you know my dirty little secret. You need to die, said Brandon. Right here, in the diner hall, said JM. No, start walking, said Brandon. The roof door opens. Both Brandon and JM are walking onto the roof. Now what? Asked JM. You have two choices. Either jump off the roof and commit suicide, or die by the gun, said Brandon. You won't get away with this, said JM. I've been getting away with this for years. Sorry, Jay, you were really nice, said Brandon, cocking the handgun. A light shines onto Brandon. A helicopter appears hovering. Mr. Brandon Roberts, this is the FBI. We gotta have all the information about your money scam. You're under arrest. Now, put down the gun or we will open fire, said Brandon. Brandon looks at JM. Your call. Select, said JM. Brandon goes to pull the trigger. A gun fires. Brandon gets shot in his arm, then drops the handgun. Police are running onto the roof, then handcuff Brandon. I did mean what I said. And quat. You're a good person. And quat, said Brandon, walking away. The front door opens. Hey, you're back. How are you doing? Asked Eric. Fine, said JM. Welcome back, man, said Byron. Thanks, said JM. Sarah K appears on the couch. Oh, Jay. Time to finish our tournament, said Sarah K. You're so on, said JM, sitting onto the couch, then grabbing a controller. Chapter 9. Ackley, Iowa. A car appears driving, pulls off onto the side of the road, then turns off. The doors open, then shut. Kids are running down by the stream. Be careful, you two, said Mother Number 1. They'll be all right. Let's get the cooler, said Father Number 1, opening the trunk. The cooler is being grabbed out of the trunk. The trunk shuts. The kids are splashing water at each other. Hey, no splashing, said Mother Number 1. Oh, Mom, said Kid Number 1. I mean it, and quat, no splashing, and quat, said Mother Number 1. Come on out and have a sandwich, guys, said Father Number 1. The kids run towards their parents. Joel Beard, Kajia Mosley and Leonardo Hunt appear in the distance. A family playing down by our stream, said Joel. What do we do, Professor Stream? Asked Kajia. We will scare them away, like we always do, said Joel. What about the kids? I don't want to hurt them, said Leonardo. We're not gonna hurt anyone. That's not what I want, and neither do you two. People need to know that this is our stream, and no one belongs in our territory, said Joel. So, how are we playing this? Asked Kajia. Leonardo, you come from the north. Kajia, the south. They'll run towards their car and head for the hills, said Joel. Slow down, you'll get a stomach ache, said Mother Number 1. But I'm hungry, said Kid Number 2. Listen to your mother, said Father Number 1. Yes, Dad, said Kid Number 2. The water slowly seeps towards the family. Kid Number 1 looks, then splashes his feet into the water. Kid Number 2 laughs, then does the same thing. Hey, knock that off. We're getting wet, said Mother Number 1. How's that possible? This stream is down there, said Father Number 1. All four look at the stream. The water continues seeping towards the family. Boys, get to the car, said mother number 1. Why? Asked kid number 1. Just do it, said mother number 1. There's nothing to be afraid of, honey. It's only water, said father number 1. The water slowly rises. What about now? Asked mother number 1. Run to the car, said father number 1. All 4 are running. Both Kaguya and Leonardo appear on 2 waves. Oh my God, said mother number 1. Stay behind me, said father number 1. You must leave now, or pay for the consequences, said Leonard. We will, said father number 1. And don't come back, said Kaguya. Yes, yes, of course, said mother number 1. All 4 get into the car. The car starts, then drives away. Both Kaguya and Leonardo land onto the ground. Joel approaches both Kaguya and Leonardo. Let's hope no one else comes here, said Joel. The anti-hero's tower. Eric R. appears to be signing papers. Knocking on the office door. Come in, said Eric R. The office door opens. Byron appears. Hey Doc, I'm not interrupting. Anything I asked? Byron. Not at all. Just paying some bills. What's up? Asked Eric R. Listen, I love that Colton chose me to come help you guys. But when do I get my own mission? I can help others too, you know, said Byron. I know, Byron, but these guys need to learn how to give back to society. That's why the anti-heroes were formed. To change their ways, said Eric R. I see your point. But could I get the next mission? Asked Byron. Depending on what it is. You'll get your opportunity. I promise you. That, said Eric R. Sure, said Byron standing up. The telephone starts ringing. Hello? Eric Ryan. Speaking. Yeah. I understand that. Sure. I'll have one of my people down there at once, said Eric. Trouble? Asked Byron. Yeah. People scared off a family in Ackley, Iowa. Maybe I can send Jay. Wait. Him and Sarah went to a concert. Maybe Eric can do it, said Eric R. What about me? Asked Byron. Like I said, Byron. And quat. These guys need to give back to society. And quat. Eric R. goes to walk. But on the other hand, if you go, maybe I won't hear any complaints. All right, Byron. I want you to go there and see what's happening, said Eric R. You're serious? Asked Byron. Haven't been more serious in my life. Just be careful down there, said Eric R. I will. Thanks, Doc, said Byron. Hugging Eric R. Byron, said Eric R. Sorry, you won't regret this, Doc, said Byron walking away. Ackley, Iowa. Electrician number 1 appears fixing the telephone wires, then bends down to grab a tool. Electricity shoots from the wires, then towards an open space. Electrician number 1 looks back, then continues working on the telephone wires. Electricity hits the ground, then forms into Byron. Nothing like traveling electrical express. Now, to find the family that saw everything, said Byron. A stream appears. Fire is cracking. Kaguya appears roasting a hot dog on a stick. Leonardo appears sleeping. Joel appears sitting on a log, then types onto a laptop. Your powers are growing. More impressive. I can't wait to see what else you can do with water, said Joel. Isn't it wrong to use our powers like this? Asked Kaguya. Like what? You want people coming around to hurt you, me? Or Leonardo? Asked Joel. No, said Kaguya. I didn't think so. Thank God I'm here to help you. Maybe we should do a test run, said Joel. I'm pretty beat. Can't we pause the testing process? Asked Kaguya. So people can hurt you instead, said Joel. Hurt us? Who'd hurt us? Asked Kaguya. People. Who are afraid of what you can do. Not everyone agrees with people with extraordinary powers. Especially like yours. So, get ready for the test run and wake Leonardo up, said Joel. Knocking. On the front door. The front door opens. Yes? Asked Mother One. Hello, I'm Byron Ward. I was called down here about the incident at the stream. May I have a minute of your time? Asked Byron. Sure. Please come inside, said Mother Number One. Byron walks into the house. The front door shuts. You have a lovely house, said Byron. Thank you. Please sit, said Mother Number One. Is your husband home? I'd like to talk to both of you about the incident, said Byron. He's at work right now, said Mother Number One. Maybe I should come back when you're both here, said Byron. No, I don't want him knowing someone else was in the house asking about the incident, said Mother Number One. I understand. Now, what do you remember about the attack? Asked Byron. It just happened all of a sudden. The water from the stream slowly came up towards us while we were eating. The next thing I knew, the water just shot up into the air, like someone was controlling it. Then 2 waves surrounded us with 2 people on top of each one, said Mother Number One. What were they wearing? Asked Byron. It looked like scuba gear. Just the outfits, no goggles or snorkel, said Mother Number One. Anything else happen? Asked Byron. They told us never to return to the stream, said Mother Number One. Which way is the stream? Asked Byron. West. Northwest, said Mother Number One. Thank you, ma'am. I got all I needed, said Byron, walking away. A wave hits a rock wall. Good, good. Leonardo, you're up, said Joel. This makes no sense. Why are we training if no one's gonna come around here? Asked Leonardo. No one's gonna come around here. What do you think that family's gonna do? Call the government, National Guard, Army, Marines. What if they came here? You'd be easy targets for them if you're not trained. Go, Leonardo, said Joel. Why would they come for us? Asked Kaguya. Because you two have the power of water. They'll kidnap you, take you to their labs, then probe you until they figure out what makes you tick. So I say again, and quat? Go, Leonardo, and quat, said Joel. A wave forms. Nice job, Leonardo, said Kaguya. Hold it, Leonardo. Hold that wave. Leonardo is struggling. Hold it, Leonardo. Leonardo continues struggling. And quat, hold it, and quat, yelled Joel. Leonardo lowers his arms. The wave deteriorates. Are you all right, Leonardo? Asked Kaguya. I think so, said Leonardo. What a despicable turn, said Joel. What? Asked Leonardo. You don't have what it takes to be a hero. You're pathetic. Can't even hold a wave that long, said Joel. Let's see you do it, said Kaguya. That's not my job. Mine's training you too. But I don't want no pathetic twerp on my team, said Joel. Then I'll get better. I'll do my best, said Leonardo. Good. Do it again, said Joel. Electricity goes through the wires, shoots out of the telephone pole, then forms into Byron. Where are you? Asked Byron. A crashing sound comes from the distance. Byron looks, then sees waves in the distance. Leonardo is breathing heavily. Come on, Leonardo. No breaks, said Joel. Let him rest, said Kaguya. Oh, all right. So, if I was one of the army's men, I could just capture you. Because they won't stop until they capture you alive. Or if they just want you dead. I'm training you to stay alive, said Joel. That doesn't sound like training. It sounds like survival instead, said Byron, appearing next to trees. Who are you and what are you doing up here? Asked Joel. I'm Byron Ward. I came here to tell you to stop what you're doing and to come with me, said Byron. Who the hell do you think you are? Coming into my territory and telling me what to do. You came to the wrong spot, pal, said Joel. Nope. I'm in the right spot. Your days of scaring people away from here is over, said Byron. Yeah. Who's gonna stop us? You? Asked Joel, nodding his head towards Kaguya. Kaguya throws a water ball. Electricity hits the water ball. Smoke clears. All three are coughing, then look at Byron. Looks like it is gonna be me, said Byron, forming electricity. You're one of us. But why care for humans when they don't care for us? Asked Joel. Well, for one, you're a human. Just because you hang around others with powers doesn't change the fact. But I do the right thing for humanity. Not all people hate us. Some actually want to be us, said Byron. Really? Said Leonardo. Yes, said Byron. He's lying. Attack, said Joel. But what if he's right? Asked Kaguya. He's not. 99% of what he said is wrong, said Joel. What about that 0.01%? Asked Byron. Get him now, said Joel. I don't think so, said Kaguya. Fine, I'll do it myself. Joel types onto the keyboard. Both Kaguya's and Leonardo's eyes turn red, then stare at Byron. Luckily, I implanted those microchips into their neck when they were sleeping. Sorry, Byron, said Joel. Kaguya and Leonardo form giant water balls. The giant water balls go towards Byron. Byron goes into the trees, then he groans. Both Kaguya and Leonardo walk towards Byron. Byron groans. Guys, if you're in there, snap out of it, said Byron. Sorry, Byron, said Kaguya. We serve our professor, said Leonardo, throwing water. Byron flies up. What do I do? Asked Byron. Water is being shot at Byron. Both Kaguya and Leonardo are standing on top of two waves. Then continue throwing water at Byron. That's right. Keep running away, said Joel, typing onto the keyboard. Byron gets hit with water, then falls onto the ground. The waves dissolve. Both Kaguya and Leonardo land onto the ground. Sorry about this, Byron, said Leonardo. But you need to die, said Kaguya. Joel types onto his keyboard. Both Kaguya and Leonardo raise their hands. There's his mistake, said Byron. Water slowly forms. Byron forms electricity, then throws it at both Kaguya and Leonardo. Both Kaguya and Leonardo fall onto the ground. Joel continuously typing onto the keyboard. Come on, get up, said Joel. Byron looks up at Joel. It's over, Professor, said Byron. I think not, said Joel. Kaguya stands up, then raises her arms. A wave forms, then goes towards Byron. Byron flies up over the wave. Joel looks up at the wave. Shit, said Joel, being hit by the wave, falls, then groans. The laptop self-circuits. Both Kaguya's and Leonardo's eyes turn back to normal. What happened? Asked Leonardo. Your professor possessed you with microchips in your neck. It's over now, said Byron. No. My beautiful plan backfired. How? Asked Joel. Because you're on the wrong side, Professor, said Byron. What happens now? asked Joel. You go to jail, said Byron. What about us? asked Kajia. If you're serious about being a hero, you'll need a good teacher, said Byron. The anti-hero's tower. The front door opens. Look at this place, said Leonardo. I know, said Kajia. Guys, I'm home. And I brought friends, said Byron. Hey Byron, who are these two? asked Erica. This is, said Byron, being interrupted. I'm Stream Man, said Leonardo. Stream Woman, said Kajia. Nice to meet you, said Erica. They need a place to stay. So, can they? asked Byron. We've got more room than the Taj Mahal. Welcome you too, said Erica, walking away. Chapter 10. Abbeville, Kansas. An abandoned factory appears. People appear kneeling, chained, with sacks over their heads and whimpering. Him, said woman's voice number 1. The sack gets taken off of. Number 12. Kane O'Sullivan appears. Come with me, said Kane. Number 12 stands up, then walks beside Kane. Where are we going? Kane shushes number 12. Please, I'll give you whatever you want. Just, please let me go, said number 12. I told you to be quiet. A door opens. Both Kane and number 12 walk into the room. Sit down and stay there. Don't do anything stupid either. You may still get out of this alive, said Kane. Out of what? asked number 12. Just be silent, said Kane, chaining number 12 to a chair, then walks out of the room. A light shines into number 12. You have been charged with drunk driving last year. Is that right? asked woman voice number 2's. Please, let me go home. I just want to go home, said number 12. Answer the question. Were you charged with a DUI? asked woman voice number 2. Yes, I was, said number 12. But that's not all that actually happened, is it? You actually were let off manslaughter charges, weren't you? asked woman voice number 2. What? No, I wasn't. It was only a DUI. Didn't commit any manslaughter charges, said number 12. A television turns on. A video of a car hitting a truck's front end. Number 12 gets out of the car, runs towards the truck, then throws a bottle of alcohol. How'd you get that video? It was tossed out, said number 12. I have my ways. How does the jury find the defendant? asked woman voice number 2. Guilty, 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 said recorded voices. You have been found guilty by the jury. Punishment for manslaughter charges. Death, said woman voice number 2. What? No, you can't do that. This ain't a real trial, said number 12. It is, and in this trial, I'm the one who gets the last word, said woman voice number 2. The door opens. Kane appears holding a handgun. The door shuts. No, said number 12, echoing. The handgun fires. The anti-hero's tower. Byron, Kajia and Leonardo appear to be building a 3D craft. Eric K appears meditating. JM appears playing a video game. Come on, damn, stupid game, said JM. The front door opens. Both Eric R and Sarah K appear carrying bags and boxes of pizza foods. Here, said Eric R. Great. I'm starving, said JM. Plates are being grabbed. The pizza boxes open. Then the slices are being grabbed. So, how are you two enjoying the tower? asked Eric R. I love it. Thanks for letting us stay, said Kajia. Yes, we're really grateful, said Leonardo. Well, our home is your home. The telephone starts ringing. I'll get that, said Eric R. walking away. So, what else is there to do around here? Asked Kajia. Lots of stuff. There's the park, the mall, a movie theater. Think of anything, we can do it, said JM. I've always wanted to do one thing, said Kajia. What's that? Asked Byron. Play miniature golf, said Kajia. Me too, said Leonardo. Sounds like fun. We'll go tonight, said Sarah Kay. Eric R. approaches. Hey, the police down in Abbeville, Kansas found a body of a middle-aged man. He was shot. But the odd thing is, his wife reported him missing 2 weeks ago, said Eric R. Someone kidnapped a middle-aged man. Why? Asked Kajia. He was charged with a DUI last year. But people said at the trial, there was more to it, said Eric K. What do we do? Asked Leonardo. I'm gonna send Sarah down there. Can you handle this? Asked Eric R. Of course, said Sarah Kay. Get down there quickly. We don't have time to lose, said Eric R. Wise. That? Asked JM. Besides him, more people have been reported missing the last few weeks, said Eric R. Abbeville, Kansas. Sarah Kay appears down an alley. Thanks, Eric, said Sarah Kay. No problem, said Eric K. in Sarah Kay's mind. Sarah Kay is walking out of the alley, knocking on the front door. The front door opens. Woman number 9 appears. Yeah? What do you want? Asked woman number 9. Yes, I'm Sarah Kindler. I'm here about that body that was found. I have a few questions, said Sarah Kay. I don't know anything, said woman number 9. Are you sure you didn't know the man? Anything that can help? Asked Sarah Kay. Nope, said woman number 9, slamming the front door shut. Geez, I hope I'm not grumpy when I'm that age, said Sarah Kay, walking. Psst, psst. Sarah Kay looks to her left. Homeless number 1 appears. Yeah, come here, said homeless number 1. Sarah Kay walking towards homeless number 1. Yes, sir, asked Sarah Kay. You're here about those kidnappings, right? Asked homeless number 1. Yes. Were you eavesdropping? Asked Sarah Kay. Yes, I was. I may know something about that, said homeless number 1. Like what? Asked Sarah Kay. Oh, no. I need a trade for information. What do you got? Asked homeless man number 1. Sarah Kay pulls out some money. Here's a 20. Now tell me, said Sarah Kay. People have been disappearing, said Sarah Kay. I know that, said Sarah Kay, but the ones who go missing are the ones who got their charges changed from manslaughter, rape, or touching little kids, said homeless man number 1. They're targeting people who should be sent to jail. Oh God, said Sarah Kay, pulling out her cell phone, then pressing a few buttons. The telephone starts ringing. Hello, Eric Ryan speaking, said Eric R. Eric, it's me. I just got some information from a homeless guy, said Sarah Kay. Got info from a winnow. Huh, said Eric R. Listen, whoever's doing this is targeting people who get charges dropped or a lighter charge, said Sarah Kay. What does that mean? Asked Kajia. It means more bodies are gonna appear and more people missing, said Eric K. Sarah, be careful there, said Eric R. Will do. A figure appears behind Sarah Kay. Sarah Kay turns around, sees nothing, then continues walking. The figure runs down the alley. Sarah Kay looks back down the alley, then follows the figure. The figure jumps, grabs the ladder, then climbs up it. Sarah Kay looks up, opens the door, then runs up the staircase. The roof door opens. Sarah Kay looks around, gets shot with dart, then collapses onto the roof. Ronnie Evans appears carrying Sarah Kay. Sarah Kay gets placed inside a car. The car starts, then drives away. The figure appears then watches the car drive away. The abandoned factory appears. The car pulls up, then stops. The door opens. Kane appears. Help me with her, said Ronnie. The back door opens. Kane grabs Sarah Kay. Both Kane and Ronnie are carrying Sarah Kay into the factory. The figure appears in the distance, then sees the abandoned factory. Sarah Kay groans, then gets chained. A sack gets put over Sarah Kay's head. Get the next one into the room. We need to get this done before the assemble of the wicked leader gets here, said Ronnie. Of course, said Kane. Woman number 10 screaming. Where am I? Whispered Sarah Kay. Quiet. They don't like talking. Whispered number 13. Who are they? Whispered Sarah Kay. They call themselves the Judgments. They're the judge, jury and executioner, whispered number 13. Great. I always find the right time to follow someone, whispered Sarah Kay. What? Whispered number 13. Nothing, whispered Sarah Kay. Listen. If I don't get out of here, tell my family that I love them, whispered number 13. We're all getting out, whispered Sarah Kay. Really? How? Whispered number 13. Luck, whispered Sarah Kay, taking off the sack. Luck? What are you talking about? Whispered number 13, getting the sack taken off his head. My luck, whispered Sarah Kay. How'd you do that? Whispered number 13. Luck. Now, help these guys get out of here. I'll deal with the Judgments. Go. Now, said Sarah Kay. The group is slowly running. Sarah Kay. Slowly walking. The door slowly opens. You have been found guilty, said Ronnie, appearing in the chair. Sarah Kay walks towards Ronnie. Ronnie is moving around in the chair. Oh shit, said Sarah Kay. Couldn't wait your turn, asked Ronnie. You're going to jail, said Sarah Kay. Sorry, not today. Kane wraps his arm around Sarah Kay's neck. Sarah Kay is struggling. Ronnie runs down the hallway, then stops. Who the hell are you? Asked Ronnie. Dark Skull appears, then pulls out his sword. Not today, said Colton. Ronnie runs back down the hallway. Sarah Kay continues struggling, runs up the wall. Then flips over Kane. Kane turns around. Gets punched a few times, then looks at Sarah Kay. You'll need to do better than that. Kane punching Sarah Kay. Sarah Kay falls onto the floor. Kane continuously kicks Sarah Kay's stomach. Sarah Kay gasping for air. Look at you. You're pathetic. How? Are you even a hero? Well, you won't be anymore, said Kane, cocking, then points the handgun at Sarah Kay. A sword goes through Kane's chest. Kane gasps, then collapses onto the floor. Colton appears, then looks at Sarah Kay. Footsteps running. Ronnie gets to the door. The door opens, then shuts. Ronnie starts laughing. Those suckers don't know we're leaving them here to die. Ronnie turns around. The group appears holding branches. Oh no, said Ronnie, continuously being hit with the branches. The anti-hero's tower. Sarah Kay wakes up. What happened? Asked Sarah Kay. You stopped those kidnappers. Or they were called the Judgments, said Eric. Thank God. Wait, Colton. I saw Colton there. Eyes. He asked Sarah Kay. Still here? Of course, said Colton, standing in the doorway. Sarah Kay smiles. Where have you been? Asked Eric. I'll explain everything. But you need to know one thing, right? Away. There's a group of villains coming together. They call themselves the Assemble of the Wicked. And Manifestation is their leader, said Colton. Chapter 11. Abilene, Kansas. People appear in a conference room. All right, everyone, we know. It's hard to believe that one of our own Miss Kane O'Sullivan is dead. But we need to continue on with our work. Now, we were arguing about the contract with this new equipment. Half of us said, and quat, yes, and quat. The other half said, and quat, no, and quat. Now, we need to get on the same page. Because if we don't, they will decide to go somewhere else, said number 14. Let them, said woman number 11. But we need this product, said number 15. Yes, we do, and with this product, we'll become very rich. Because no other company will have this, said number 14, holding his chest. Sir, are you all right? Asked man. Number 15, standing up, walking in front of number 14, starts holding his chest, then collapses onto the floor. Oh my God. Call 911, said number 14. Rhiannon Hamilton and Troy Wang appear on the roof across the street. Nice work. You got the wrong one, said Troy. Not my fault. That man got in the way, said Rhiannon. My turn then, said Troy, setting up his sniper rifle. My number 14 is kneeling next to man. #14's body. The sniper rifle fires. My number 14 gets shot in his back. People start screaming. Nice shot, said Rhiannon. The sniper rifle gets picked up. Let's go before someone sees us, said Troy, grabbing Rhiannon's hand. Both Rhiannon and Troy disappear. The anti-heroes tower. Swords collide. Together. Both Colton and JM push away from each other. Colton swings his sword around. Hey, no. Fair. I'm not good at swords, said JM. I know. I'm trying to get you out of your comfort zone, said Colton. Why? I can still use my gun if I'm in trouble, said JM. Bullets run out, swords don't, said Colton. He's got you there, Jay, said Eric. All right. Let's do this again, said J.M. Both Colton and JM swing their swords. The swords continuously collide. Colton kicks J.M.'s stomach. JM groans. Colton. What the hell? Asked Byron. I'm teaching you guys to keep your eyes open. What do you think is gonna happen? Manifestation is just gonna roll over and surrender, said Colton. That sounds easier, said JM. Funny, said Colton. The telephone starts ringing. Telephone, said Sarah K. Eric R. runs. Eric Ryan speaking. I'll send someone down immediately. Bye, said Eric R. hanging up the telephone receiver, then walking into the training room. Another assignment, said Sarah K. Yes, but here's the thing. It's in Abilene, Kansas, said Eric R. Isn't that where I was? Asked Sarah K. Close. You were in Abbeville. This is a town that's an hour and 45 minutes away, said Eric R. How many miles is that? Asked Kajia. 110 to 118 miles away. I wonder why they strike the same state. A few weeks later, said Colton. Well, 2 employees at a high-rich company building were found dead. The one was shot, the other I guess had a heart attack, said Eric R. I'll go, said Colton. Are you sure about that? Asked Eric R. If manifestation is behind this, you bet your ass I'm going, said Colton. I'll come too, said Eric K. No, stay here. I don't want you to get hurt like the last time, said Colton. You can't go alone. Not this time, said Eric R. All right, Eric. I want you to come. Maybe if we're lucky, you can get a read on manifestation, said Colton. No problem, said Eric KB. Careful you too, said Eric R. Aren't we always? Asked Colton. Abilene, Kansas. Both Colton and Eric K. appear down the alley. This is where the incident happened, said Eric K. Great, going to a place where rich people work. How bad can this be? Asked Colton. Got a problem with rich people? Asked Eric K. No, just their attitudes. Here we are, said Colton. Both Colton and Eric K. walk into a building. The elevator dings. The doors open. Both Colton and Eric K. walk off of the elevator. Colton, this way, said Eric K. You're the telepath, said Colton. Colton and Eric K. walk into the conference room. May I help you? Asked officer number 9. I'm Colton Dennis. This is my partner Eric Klein. Eric Ryan heard about the incident. So, he sent us, said Colton. I thought he only sends one person, said officer number 9. Depending on the incident, sir, said Colton. Well, we believe the shooter was up on the roof over there, said officer number 9. That's a hard shot to make. You'd need maybe a gun with a scope, said Colton. A sniper rifle, said Eric K. Like that. Then the angle is pretty tight too. We're definitely looking for someone with military experience, said Colton. I'll tell the other officers, said officer number 9. We need to take a look over there. Maybe we could get a good look at this building, said Colton. Both Colton and Eric K. teleport onto the roof across the street, then look at the building. Like you said, and quat. That's a tight shot. And quat, said Eric K. So the one got shot, the other had a heart attack. Isn't that a little suspicious? A heart attack then? Gunfire, said Colton. Maybe the shooter has a partner, said Eric K. Can you recreate the scene? Asked Colton. Eric K. closes his eyes, then appears as Troy. You're right, the shooter has a partner, said Eric K. What do they look like? Asked Colton. They are 2 women. The one I'm supposed to be is Chinese, Japanese maybe. The other is fully in black. I can't really see her face. Wait, she's sucking, said Eric K. Sucking what? Asked Colton. Troy looks across the street. Then sees number 14 holding his chest, then number 15 runs over, then collapses. Oh my, said Eric K. What? Asked Colton. I think we're dealing with a soul sucker, said Eric K. turning towards Rhiannon. Rhiannon looks at Troy. Stay away from us, said Rhiannon. Eric K. opens his eyes. Are you all right? Asked Colton. The one knows we're here, said Eric K. Troy is walking, then gets to the basement door. The basement doors open. Troy walks down the staircase, then shuts the doors. Rhiannon appears meditating. Here's your lunch, said Troy. Rhiannon opens her eyes. We have trouble, said Rhiannon. Don't we always, said Troy. You don't understand. 2 people are here about the incident, said Rhiannon. Detectives? Asked Troy. Worse, said Rhiannon. What could be worse than detectives? Asked Troy. 2 of the anti-heroes are here, said Rhiannon. You've got to be kidding me. The anti-heroes. Shit. We need a plan, said Troy. We definitely do. Because the one is a telepath and the other's a bounty hunter, said Rhiannon. What do you think we should do? Asked Troy. Keep moving, said Rhiannon. You're right. We can't stay here now. But, where will we go? Asked Troy. I know a place. There's the abandoned factory, said Rhiannon. The one where the judgment's used. Why hide there? Asked Troy. Because the assemble of the Wicked's leader will meet us there, said Rhiannon. So, what do we do now? Asked Eric K. Well, if you tried tracking them, the one will know we're on their trail. It looks like we're back to actually tracking them, said Colton. But, where do we start? Asked Eric K. I don't know. Teleport us back over there. Both Colton and Eric K. teleport back to the other building. Officer number 9 walks into the room. Officer, do you have any criminals that are maybe Chinese or Japanese that might have gotten away a few times? Asked Colton. Hey, give me the wanted pictures of Chinese and Japanese women, said officer number 9. Here you go, ma'am, said officer number 10. Here you go, said officer number 9, handing papers. Eric, look at these and figure out who you saw in the flashback, said Colton. Eric K. looks through the pictures, then stops. Her. This is the person, said Eric K. Officer. Who is this? Asked Colton. Troy Wang. 1. Serious tough woman. Knows everything about guns. Until she was let go, said officer number 9. Let go, said Colton. She was a police officer. Until one night, she shot her partner right in his back. We arrested her. She ended up escaping her jail cell. No one knows how she did it. Everyone called her Absolute Zero, said officer number 9. Why'd they call her that? Asked Eric K. She's an absolute shot. And 0 people ever live after, said officer number 9. We need to find her, said Colton. Ma'am, we just got word. 2 women stole a vehicle. They are heading towards Highway 80, said officer number 10. We found them, said officer number 9. A car appears speeding down the highway. Police cars are following behind the car. We've got police on our ass, said Troy. I'll handle this, said Rhiannon's eyes turn black. The police cars continuously driving. The road rises up. The police cars crash into the risen road. The other police cars continue driving. Keep it up, said Troy. The guardrail starts shaking, gets ripped from the ground, then flies towards the police cars. The police cars drive into the guardrail. The car drives past the gas station. The hoses get pulled from people's hands, then start spraying the road. A telephone pole breaks, then falls onto the road. A fire starts. People are running. The gas station explodes. Police cars stopping. Shit, said officer number 11. The car continues driving. That was awesome. I'm glad I chose you for a partner, said Troy. A motorcycle appears driving. There they are, said Eric K. Hold on, said Colton. What are you gonna do? Asked Eric. The motorcycle drives faster, jumps over a guardrail, then lands onto the highway. Wasn't that fun? Asked Colton. Don't ever do that again, said Eric K. The car continues driving. Rhiannon looks into the rearview mirror. The motorcycle is approaching. We have company, said Rhiannon. Troy looks into the rearview mirror. Shit, those are the 2, huh? Asked Troy. Good guess, said Rhiannon. Get them, said Troy. Rhiannon's eyes turn black again. The road shifts. Look out. The motorcycle drives left, then onto a different highway. Car horns are honking. Colton, do you know what you're doing? Asked Eric K. Of course, said Colton. The motorcycle drives over a hill, then lands in front of their car. They're behind us, said Eric K. The motorcycle drives faster. I want you to trust me. Do you? Asked Colton. Depending, said Eric K. That's good enough for me. When I say, flatten their tires, said Colton. The motorcycle spins around, then it revs. The car is approaching Colton. The motorcycle's engine revs again. The car gets closer. The motorcycle drives towards the car. We're gonna die, said Eric K. The car drives faster towards the motorcycle. The motorcycle does a wheelie, then drives over the car. Now, said Colton. Eric K. looks at the car. The front tires blow. The car flips, lands onto its side, then slides. The motorcycle lands onto the road, then it turns. The engine turns off. Both Colton and Eric K. get off of the motorcycle, then walk towards the car. The door opens. Troy crawls out of the car. You bastards. You ruined my plans. And now, you die, said Troy, pointing a gun, then goes still. Colton looks at Eric K. Thanks for freezing her. Let's find the other one, said Colton. Both Colton and Eric K. walk onto both sides of the car. Rhiannon's gone. She's gone, said Eric K. She must have ran off, said Colton. Troy being placed into the back of a police car. You won't win. The assemble of the wicked will stop you, said Troy. And we'll be waiting, said Colton. The anti-heroes tower. The front door opens. Hey, there they are. The two that stopped the incident in Kansas again, said JM. How'd it go? Asked Eric R. Great. We caught the one woman. The other got away, said Colton. Well, you can't win them all, said Eric R. I just wonder how she escaped without us knowing, said Eric K. Maybe she can teleport. Like you. You never know, said Colton. Yeah, but wherever she is, we'll find her, said Eric R. The abandoned factory appears. Rhiannon appears walking, then stopping at the front door of the abandoned building. Footsteps are approaching. Rhiannon turns around, then raises her arm. A hand grabs Rhiannon's arm. Manifestation appears. Please, I'm on your side, said Manifestation. Are you? Asked Rhiannon. Yes. I'm the leader of the Assemble of the Wicked. Call me Manifestation, said Manifestation. Chapter 12. Ardenville Valley, Delaware. The sun is shining. Kids appear running around the yard. Dark clouds start forming in the sky. Rain starts falling. Get inside, kids, said mother number 2. The kids are running inside of the house. Hail starts falling from the sky. A clanking sound on their windows. Mommy, what's that? Asked kid number 1. It's hail, sweetheart. But in the middle of August. That's odd, said mother number 2. A tornado forms in the distance. Mommy, look, said kid number 2. Mother number 2 sees the tornado. Oh my, we haven't had a tornado in years, said mother number 2. The trees are being ripped from the ground, then thrown. A tree goes into the window of the house. All 4 scream. Mommy, I'm scared, said kid number 3. It's all right, baby. We need to get to the basement. Come on. All 4 are running into the basement. Cover your heads and don't move at all. We're in for a ride, said mother number 2. The house starts shaking. Pieces of the house are being ripped off. All 3 kids are screaming. The floorboards are being ripped off the house. Kid number 3 looks, then gets sucked up. Mommy, said kid number 3. Mother number 2 grabs kid number 3's hand. I got you, baby. Mommy's got you, said mother number 2. Kid number 3's hand slipping. Mommy, said kid number 3. I've got you, said mother number 2. Kid number 3 slowly loses his grip, then gets sucked into the tornado. And quat, mommy, and quat, yelled kid number 3. And quat, no, and quat, yelled mother number 2. The sun is shining. The houses appear all destroyed. All 3 walk out of the ruckus. Kid number 3's body appears. Mother number 2 starts crying. Mommy, is he all right? Asked kid number 1. He's gone, said mother number 2 holding kid number 3's body, then starts crying. Louder. Courtney Joe Macias and Zalbar Pearson appear, then get slapped. Harleen Summers appears in front of them both. What were you thinking? I told you two to wait. But you didn't listen and went off on your own, said Harleen. We just wanted to have fun, said Courtney Joe. Fun? You just wanted to have fun? You know who wants to have fun? Kids, babies, immature adults. Is that what you two are? One of them or all of them, said Harleen. We're sorry, Harleen, said Zalbar. What did you just call me? Asked Harleen. Harleen, said Zalbar. That's not my name, bitch. Zalbar gets slapped. Again. It's Scarlet Soldier. And with that name, I'm in charge, remember, said Harleen. Footsteps. Or approaching? Alston Sanchez appears. Sorry for interrupting, but you need to see the One News story, said Alston. All four are walking. Reporter number 1 appears on television. And after the suspicious tornado earlier this morning, a mother lost her child in the storm. Such a sad loss, and our thoughts and prayers go out to that mother of now 2 kids, said reporter number 1. Harleen looks at both Courtney Joe and Zalbar. This is on you. But I'll let it go for now, because you killed one of our enemies. Good job. But next time, let me be there too, so I can actually watch, said Harleen, walking away. The Anti-Heroes Tower. Colton and Sarah Kay appear training with staffs. Both JM and Kajia are playing a video game. Man, you suck, said Kajia. You've played this before, said JM. Nope, first time. And the winner is me. Nice try though, said Kajia. JM drops his controller. I lost to someone who never played before, said JM. That means you suck, said Eric. K. Byron and Leonardo continue putting together the 3D model. This is awesome. Who thought of these puzzles? Asked Leonardo. Someone who wanted a challenge, said Byron. Eric R. appears walking past. Hello everyone. Jay, I need the television, said Eric R. All right, said Jay. M. turning off the console. This morning, a tornado formed in Ardenville Valley, Delaware. It was a nice sunny day. It started raining, then hail came down, and finally a tornado, said Eric R. Howd. The weather changed so fast, asked Leonardo. People said, and quote, it was just a coincidence, and quote, I believe it was these two, said Eric R. Pictures of Courtney Joe and Zalbar appear. Who are they? Asked Kajia. Courtney Joe Macias and Zalbar Pearson. One controls the weather, the other hail, snow, ice, said Eric R. Just like you, said JM. Yes, but I believe they're not alone. My records show that this woman helped them escape their jail cell. Harleen Summers. Now, she's a psychotic woman. She went crazy one day and butchered a bunch of people at a casino in Las Vegas. She believes she isn't human, but one of the super mutants, said Eric R. A woman who thinks she's a mutant. How crazy, said Kajia. She was in a mental institution until her security guard, Alston Sanchez, helped her escape. Now I only found a little on him. He has the power to turn into a human-sized dragonfly. So, we may have trouble on this one, said Eric R. So what's the plan? Asked Colton. I'm sending Byron down there with Leonardo. Now I know you two usually go together, but I need to see how well you work with another person. Are you up for this? Asked Eric R. Yes sir, said Leonardo. Good boy. Get there fast. We have no time to lose, said Eric R. Ardenville Valley, Delaware. Leonardo appears on a cliff. Electricity comes from the telephone poles, then forms into. Byron. Damn. You beat me, said Byron. Teleportation always beats electricity, said Leonardo. Don't get cocky, kid. Let's figure this situation out. Then we'll have another race, said Byron. You're on, said Leonardo. Both Byron and Leonardo are walking. Destroyed houses appear. Geez, I can't believe someone did this, said Leonardo. Believe it, kid. Not everyone in this world is kind. Not even crazy people, said Byron. Footsteps continue walking. Mommy, Mommy, look at those people, said kid number 1. Honey, don't point, said mother number 2. Ma'am, I'm Byron Ward, and this is my son Leonardo. We're here about the tornado, said Byron. Insurance people, trying not to get me my money. Listen, I deserve every penny I get, said mother number 2. We're not here about the insurance, ma'am. We're here because the tornado started up all of a sudden. Which direction did it come from? Asked Byron. From that way, said mother number 2. Thank you for your time. And sorry about your son, said Byron. Thank you. Oh, by the way, keep your son close. You never know what might happen, said mother number 2. I will. Thank you for the concern, said Byron. Both Byron and Leonardo are walking away. Your son, I look nothing like you, said Leonardo. You look like your mother, said Byron, smiling. A human-sized dragonfly appears in trees, then flies away. A mansion appears. Man #16's body appears on their couch. You can't do this. This is my house. Really, sir? But I want this house. But you can't have it. Now leave before I call the police. You don't need to do that. Harleen pulls out a handgun. Kablam. Oh, the memories. Harleen starts laughing. The human-sized dragonfly lands outside of the mansion, then transforms into Alston. Alston clears his throat. And what, and what, yelled Harleen. We have trouble. 2 people are here investigating the tornado, said Alston. Detectives, we handled them before. Isn't that right, Detective Deadbody? Asked Harleen. They aren't detectives. They look more like us. But they want to help the humans, said Alston. Mutants that help humans. I don't understand that. Why help people who don't understand us? Answer that question, said Harleen. I can't, ma'am, said Alston. Well, it looks like we may need to have a little talk with these 2, said Harleen. Does that mean what I think it means? Asked Alston. It always means what you think. It means we're gonna persuade them. And if they try anything, we'll kill them, said Harleen. Footsteps are walking. We talked to most likely everyone. And they all said, and quat. It came from this direction, and quat. Odd how it could form there. Since it's all trees, said Leonardo. Weather doesn't care where it forms. It just happens, said Byron. Are you all right? Asked Leonardo. I was in a tornado one time. Before I had the power of electricity. Me, my wife and kids were living in a trailer park. I tried getting to my family, but the tornado ripped it apart with my family inside. A telephone pole broke, then the wires wrapped around, then electrocuted me. I woke up in the hospital with my new life and powers with it, said Byron. Sorry about your family, said Leonardo. Well, I got a new one to protect, said Byron, smiling at Leonardo. A humming sound comes from the distance. Both Byron and Leonardo look up. The human-sized dragonfly lands onto the ground. with Harleen on its back. Well, well, well. What do we got here? A father and son having a moment. Sorry, I always have time to ruin things. Now, I'm Harleen Summers. This is my friend Alston Sanchez. He overheard you talking to the locals, trying to figure out why we destroyed the town. Well, I'll get to the point. I hate humans. Boy, they suck, don't they? I'm just glad I'm not one of them, said Harleen. But you are one of them. You're human, only crazier, said Leonardo. I am not human. If I was human, would I be targeting humans? Asked Harleen. Some humans do that out of jealousy, said Byron. I am not jealous of humans. I want them gone, said Harleen. Including yourself? Asked Leonardo. I told you, I'm not human. I am a super mutant, said Harleen. What's your power then? Asked Leonardo. What? Asked Harleen. Every mutant has a power. What's yours? Asked Harleen. I could turn you into a human, said Harleen. Go ahead, said Leonardo. Harleen raises her hands, then makes laser sounds. There. I just made you human, said Harleen. Do you feel any different? Asked Byron. Yeah, I think I feel like I'm human. Hold on a second. Let me try my old powers, said Leonardo. A water truck stops, then opens the door. Water jugs appear. Leonardo raises his hand. The water jugs start moving. The water pours out of jugs, then goes towards both Harleen and the human-sized dragonfly. Both Harleen and human-sized dragonfly fall. I don't understand. I'm a super mutant, said Harleen. No, you're only human, said Byron. And what? I am not human, and what? Get them, said Harleen. Ice cycles being thrown. Byron forms an electrical shield. I'll handle these two. You deal with the dragonfly, said Byron, throwing an electrical shield at both Courtney Joe and Zalebar. Both Courtney Joe and Zalebar move. Leonardo throws water balls at the human-sized dragonfly. The human-sized dragonfly continuously moves, then hits Leonardo. Leonardo falls onto the ground. The human-sized dragonfly continuously swings its stinger. Leonardo continuously moves, grabbing a water jug, then hitting the human-sized dragonfly. The human-sized dragonfly goes into the bushes. The wind blows faster. Both Byron and Leonardo are trying to stand, then fall onto the ground. Zalebar raises her hands higher. The wind blows even faster. Both Byron and Leonardo fly into the wall of a building. That's right. Get them, said Harleen. Courtney Joe forms a giant ice ball. The giant ice ball flies towards both Byron and Leonardo. Byron moves Leonardo. The wall of the building turns into ice. Thanks, said Leonardo. No problem. Let's finish this, said Byron. Both Courtney Joe and Zalebar are standing in front of both Byron and Leonardo. The human-sized dragonfly crawls out from the bushes. Byron, I got an idea, said Leonardo. I'm listening, said Byron. Courtney Joe forms ice cycles, then throws them. Move, said Leonardo. Both Byron and Leonardo move. The ice cycles go into the human-sized dragonfly. The human-sized dragonfly continuously twitches. Alston, finish them, said Harleen. Zalebar forms a tiny tornado in her hand, then throws it. Both Byron and Leonardo throw their power element. The tiny tornado explodes. Courtney Joe forms a snow sword, then runs at Leonardo. Leonardo ducks, then gets kicked onto the ground. The wind blows Byron. The snow sword gets lowered towards Leonardo. Do you surrender? Asked Courtney Joe. Never, said Leonardo. The snow sword gets raised. Water hits Courtney Joe. Courtney Joe falls onto the road, then stands up. You'll need to do more than that, said Courtney Joe, being hit by a truck, then she groans. Byron tries pushing against the wind. Water balls hit Zalbar. Zalbar looks at Leonardo, then she goes to breathe. Water forms around Zalbar. Zalbar appears in a water bubble, then starts banging onto it. Nice work, said Byron. This isn't over you two. I'll never surrender. Never, said Harleen. Byron points his finger at Harleen. Electricity zaps Harleen. Harleen falls onto the ground. Is she? Asked Leonardo. No, I only used enough to render her unconscious. Let's get back home, said Byron. The anti-hero's tower. Nice job, you two, said Erica. Well, we used teamwork. I'm just glad that Harleen is in the psych ward again, said Byron. Me too, she was nuts. I'm not human, I'm not human. What's that about? Asked Leonardo. Because her parents had powers, but she didn't, said Erica. Well, another creep down. Another to go, said Byron. Ardenville Valley Asylum. Harleen appears sitting in her cell, rocking back and forth. I'm not human. I'm not human. I'm not, said Harleen, being interrupted. The cell door unlocks, then opens. Footsteps are approaching. Rhiannon appears. Hello, Harleen. Someone wants to talk to you, said Rhiannon, turning. Manifestation appears. Chapter 13. Advance, Indiana. A car appears. A couple appears kissing. Hey, slow down. It's only the second date, said woman number 11. Oh, come on, it's the second date. Men expect to go to the next level, said number 16. Both man number 16 and woman number 11 start kissing again. A shadow flies over the car. Did you see that? Asked woman number 11. See what? Nothing's outside. But there could be, said man number 16, smiling. You wish, said woman number 11. Then let's go up to your apartment, said number 16. I don't think so. I think I'll call it a night. Call me tomorrow, said woman number 11. We'll see, said number 11. Fine. Woman number 11 gets out of the car. Don't call me at all, prick, said woman number 16. The figure swoops down, grabs woman number 11, then flies away. Woman number 16 screams. The driver door opens. Oh my God, what the hell is that? Asked man number 16. Woman number 16 screaming. The figure bites woman #11's throat. Woman #11's body falls onto the ground. The figure looks at number 16, shrieks, then flies towards him. Man number 16 pulls out his cell phone, ducks, then drops it. A foot steps onto the cell phone. Man, that ain't gangster, said Philip Porter, appearing, then pulls out a handgun. Please, we have a bigger problem, said number 16. The figure lands, then transforms into Ellis O'Sullivan. You've got the problem, man, said Ellis. Ain't that the truth, said Erica Schmidt, appearing from behind Philip. Please, don't kill me. I'll give you whatever you want. Just don't kill me, said number 16. I'm not gonna kill you, said Erica. Oh, thank heavens, said number 16. He is, said Erica. Ellis growls. Wait. Please, said number 16. I'd run. My number 16 runs. Erica nods her head towards Philip. The gun fires. My number 16 gets shot in his leg. Ellis transforms into a moth, then flies towards number 16. Man. Number 16 starts screaming. Advance. Indiana has a new savior, said Erica. Hell yeah, said Erica. The Anti-Heroes Tower. Eric K. appears meditating. Concentrating Eric. Asked Sarah K. Yes, said Eric K. Looks fun. Have you seen Colton? Asked Sarah K. Bathroom, said Eric K. Colton is looking at their mirror, then rubbing cream over his left eye. Knocking on the bathroom door. Hey Colton, nice scar, said Sarah K. Thanks, said Colton. Eric R. walks past. Hey boss man, said Sarah K. Hey Sarah. Colton. Nice scar, said Eric R. I said the same thing, said Sarah K. Anything new, Eric? Asked Colton. Yeah, but I'm going this time, said Eric R. I'll come too, said Colton. No, I want you here. Same with you? You two have more leadership skills than these guys. But I'll be taking Jay with me. He hasn't been out in a while, said Eric R. All right, said Colton. Eric R. walks away. Byron. Jay, Kaguya and Leonardo appear playing a video game. Yes. 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 I beat you again, said Kaguya. Hey, my controller's broken, said Jay. It's not the controller, it's the one controlling it, said Leonardo. Jay, I need your help. We're going to advance, Indiana. Cool. Beats playing against cheaters, said Jay. Oh, now it's our fault, said Kaguya. It's someone's, isn't it? Asked Jay. Yeah. You, said Kaguya. All right. Come on, Jay, said Eric R. Advance, Indiana. An airplane lands. Footsteps are walking. All right, the incident happened 2 miles away. Let's get a move on, said Eric R. Taxi, said Jay. A taxi stops. The doors open then shut. Where to? Asked taxi driver number 5. There was an incident where 2 bodies were found. Take us there, said Eric R. Sure thing, said taxi driver number 5. The taxi is driving then stops. Here you go, said Jay handing some money to taxi driver number 5. Have a good day, said taxi driver number 5. The doors open then shut. Police cars appear. Caution tape appears. Both Eric R. and Jay are walking. Whoa, no one passes this line, said officer number 19. I'm Eric R., leader of the anti-heroes. We got a call about coming down here, said Eric R. Sorry, I still can't let you pass. Mayor's orders, said officer number 19. We came all this way to listen to this, said Jay. Jay, we can't do anything. If the mayor doesn't want us past it, it's understandable. Thank you, officer, and sorry about my friend, said Eric R. No problem, said officer number 19. Both Eric R. and JM are walking away. So, now what? Asked Jay. We visited the mayor, said Eric R. The office doors open. Sorry sir, they wouldn't stop, said assistant number 1. It's all right. I know these men. Mr. Eric Ryan and Jay McCabe, said Mayor number 1. Sorry for interrupting. But, why is the scene closed to us? Asked Eric R. I don't want the people to worry, thinking there's a monster on the loose. Especially when they see 2 of the anti-heroes, said Mayor number 1. That makes sense, said Jay. Do you have any idea who's doing this? Asked Eric R. Actually, I believe I do. She goes by the name Erica Schmidt. Or in her case, Commander Accidental Vindicator, said Mayor number 1. What the hell kind of name is that? Asked Jay. What it sounds like, Jay. Is she alone? Asked Eric R. No, she has 2 people with her. One's name is Philip Porter, or known as Master Excited Gangster. said Mayor number 1. This guy's white as hell. And he calls himself that. Someone needs a skin check, said Jay. Mayor number 1 chuckles. Then you have Ellis O'Sullivan. He's a shapeshifter. He can transform into a human-sized moth. His name is Master Cruel Moth, said Mayor number 1. Hey Eric, got a giant flashlight? Asked Jay. Do you know where they hang out? Asked Eric. No one has seen them in about a month or maybe 2. They live on the down low, said Mayor number 1. Bringing out your gangster side. Mayor? Asked Jay. Mayor number 1 chuckles again. We'll get right on this. Thank you, Mayor, said Eric R. See ya, Mayor G, said Jay walking out of the office. The elevator dings. Both Eric R and JM walk onto the elevator. We need to think. Where would they be? Asked Eric R. Well, the ones probably in the hood. The moth is probably in a dark place looking for a light. And the other one? I have no clue, said Jay. The elevator dings. Wherever they are, we'll find them, said Eric R. Both Eric R. and Jay walk off the elevator. Ellis appears on top of the elevator, then flies up their shaft. Guns are firing. Oh yeah? Get that sonar, bitch. That's right. How'd that feel, pig? Asked Philip P. Erica appears writing. Turn that down, Philip, said Erica. Yeah, said Philip P. The sound of wings flapping. The moth transforms into Ellis. We've got a problem, said Ellis. I told Philip to take out the trash, said Erica. It's not that. It's bigger than that, said Ellis. What could be bigger than taking out the trash? Asked Erica. 2 of the anti-heroes are here, said Ellis. Erica looks at Ellis. Please tell me you're joking. Asked Erica. I'm not. They're here. They paid a visit to the mayor, said Ellis. Oh God. This is bad. I need to think. Erica paces. Gun. Fire on the television. Philip laughs. Yeah, there you go, bastard, said Philip, continuing laughing. The television smashes. Hey, why'd you do that? Asked Philip. I need to think. And by the way, the anti-heroes are here, said Erica. Cool. Can I put a slug in their chest? Asked Philip. If you don't shut up, I'll put one in yours. We need to leave, said Erica. Or make them leave, said Philip P. Both Ellis and Erica look at Philip P. That's a brilliant idea, said Erica. But how? Asked Erica. Kill the mayor and pin it on them, said Ellis. But none of us have their equipment, said Erica, looking at Philip. Maybe we do, said Ellis. A vent gets pulled out. Philip crawls into the air vent. Find the mayor, then kill him, said Erica. Why not use the door? Asked Philip P. Were pinning a murder, dumbness, said Erica. Philip P. crawls into the air vent. Mayor number 1 appears, sitting at his desk. A thumping sound comes from inside of the air vent. Mayor number 1 hears the thumping sound. Hello, Mayor. Here's those papers you wanted, said assistant number 1. Thank you. The thumping sound continues. Do you hear that? Asked Mayor number 1. Oh, that's just the air conditioner turning on, said assistant number 1. Philip P. cocks his gun, then points it at Mayor number 1. Goodbye, Mayor, said Philip. The gun fires. Mayor number 1 falls onto the floor. Assistant number 1 runs into the office. Mayor, hold on, said assistant number 1. Philip P. crawls out of the vent. It's done. Bye-bye, Mayor, said Philip. Footsteps are walking. Jay sits down, then opens cola. Drink? Asked Jay. I'm good. Asked Eric R. Where would they be? Asked Eric R. I don't know. Are you sure you don't want a drink? asked J. I'm sure. An ambulance drives past. Erica looks, then stands up. J. I think something's wrong, said Erica. Both Erica and J are running. Mayor number 1 is being placed into an ambulance. Both Erica and J are approaching. Hey, what's going on? Asked Erica. The mayor was shot, said assistant number 1. We were just here too. Who saw him last after us? Asked Erica. I gave him papers, then I heard him collapse onto the floor, said assistant number 1. J. We need to check this out, said Erica. Both Erica and J are running into the building. The elevator dings. This way, said Erica. Both Erica and J run into the office. I don't see any bullet holes, said J. There has to be a clue. No one just gets shot with no gun, said Erica. J stops underneath the air vent, then sniffs. Do you smell that? Asked J. What? Asked Erica. I smell the scent of a gun being fired. I'm right on top of it. J looks up at the air vent. There, said J. What? Asked Erica. The shooter was in the vent, said J. We need to find where that vent leads, said Erica. The television gets plugged in. New TV. What should we watch? Asked Philip P. The news, said Erica. Hello, Jessica. Zelda outside the mayor's building, where he was shot. He has made it to the hospital and is being rushed to surgery, said Jessica. Erica hits Philip P.'s head. You missed his heart, said Erica. Oops, said Philip P. The vent gets kicked out. Eric. We're in the elevator shaft, said J. How'd the person do that? Asked Erica, talking in the distance. Shh, someone's up here, said J, climbing onto the ladder. Now thanks to you, we need to come up with a better plan for those anti-heroes, said Erica. How about us kicking your ass? Said J. All three turn around, then see both Erica and JM, who wasn't watching the door. Asked Erica. Now, you can come quietly or we could do this the hard way, said Erica. I don't think so, said Erica. Gunfires. Both Erica and JM hide behind some crates. Great, now what? Asked J. You know what to do, said Erica. Right, said J, crawling behind the crates. Erica peeks out, then throws ice. All three move. Kill them, said Erica. Ellis transforms into a human-sized moth, then flies towards the crates. The crates collapse. Erica moves. The human-sized moth shrieks. Erica throws ice. The human-sized moth moves. Philip P. cocks his guns. Take this motherfucker, said Philip P. The gun's firing. Erica forms an ice shield. J slowly approaches. Erica looks. Oh no, said Erica. Philip P. looks, then gets hit with an M16. J points his M16 at Erica. Don't move, said J. Sure thing, said Erica. The human-sized moth flies towards J. J. Look out, said Eric. RJ looks at the human-sized moth. The human-sized moth hits J. J goes into the wall, then drops the M16. Erica grabs the M16. Sucks to be you, said Erica, pointing the M16 at JM. The M16 turns into ice. Erica continuously pulls the trigger. The thing about ice, it stops a lot of things, said Erica. The human-sized moth shrieks, then hits Erica. Erica goes through the ice shield. Philip P. groans, then grabs his guns. At least I have these. What you think about dat? Asked Philip P. J throws his knives. The knives split the guns in half. What you think of dat? Bitch? Asked J, punching Philip P. The human-sized moth flies towards J, then hits an ice wall. Eric R. forms an icebox. The human-sized moth flying is around the icebox, then transforms into Ellis. Ellis looks at Eric R. You haven't won, said Ellis. Just chill out, Mothman, said Eric R. All three are being placed into the back of a police car. Well, another mission done, said Jay. Good job, man, said Eric R. Thanks. Now let's get home. I just want to beat Kaguya at a game, said Jay. Like that'll happen, said Eric R. The hospital appears, knocking on the door. Hey Mayor G, said Jay. Mr. McCabe and Mr. Ryan. Nice to see you, said Mayor Number 1. Just wanted to stop by before we left, said Eric R. Thank you for what you've done. How can I repay you? Asked Mayor Number 1. Just doing our job. Let's get going. The last flight is at 9, said Eric R. See ya, Mayor G, let that arm get some rest, said Jay. See you boys, said Mayor Number 1, closing his eyes. The door shuts, then locks. The lights turn off. Mayor Number 1 opens his eyes. A hand covers Mayor Number 1's mouth. Hello, Mayor. I'm Manifestation. I need your help with something, said Manifestation. Chapter 14. Advance, Indiana. Footsteps are walking. Manifestation, Harleen and Rhiannon appear. This is where we'll dig, said Manifestation. What's under here? Asked Rhiannon. Our last candidate for the Assemble of the Wicked. Now, start digging, said Manifestation. Both Harleen and Rhiannon are digging. Manifestation is leaning against a tree. You can help, you know, said Rhiannon. I know that, but I don't want to, said Manifestation. You know what? I'm done, said Rhiannon, dropping her shovel. A clanking sound. All three look down. The dirt gets brushed away. There it is. Open the lid, said Manifestation. A crowbar gets shoved underneath the lid. The lid breaks open. Smoke seeps out. Both Harleen and Rhiannon get out of the hole. Smoke rises out of the hole. Excellent, said Manifestation. The smoke forms into a figure. Andrew Prince appears then. Groans. Where the hell am I? Asked Andrew. Mr. Prince, I am Manifestation. These are my colleagues, Harleen Summers and Rhiannon Hamilton. We came to set you free, said Manifestation. Thank you. How can I reward you? Asked Andrew. There are these people with powers. They want the world for themselves and the human. But us villains keep getting attacked by them, said Manifestation. And you want me to kill these superheroes? Asked Andrew. Actually, they're anti-heroes, said Manifestation. Anti-heroes who are playing heroes, you say? Then I shall destroy them all, said Andrew. Wait, I have a plan. They're stronger together, but separately. They are weak, said Manifestation. What is your plan then? Asked Andrew. The anti-heroes tower. Jay and Kaguya appear playing a video game. Yes, I won. I beat Kaguya. Finally, said Jay. Congratulations on beating me. Did you cheat somehow? Asked Kaguya. I beat you fair and square. No cheating at all, said Jay. Miracles happen every day, said Byron. Yeah, well, shut up, said Jay. Good one, said Kaguya. Yeah, came up with it myself, said Jay. Figures, said Kaguya. Sarah appears hitting a punching bag. Those punches are good, but if you raise your arm a little. Now, punch with all you've got, said Colton. Sarah K hits the punching bag. There you go, said Colton. Thanks for training me, said Sarah K. Are you kidding? It was either this or video game Palooza out there, said Colton. Hey, can I ask a question? Asked Sarah Kay. Everyone can ask a question. It's the answer people want to know or don't know, said Colton. Manifestation. He was your old trainer, wasn't he? Asked Sarah Kay. Yes. That's where I learned how to fight, said Colton. He gave you that scar too, you said? Asked Sarah Kay. Yeah, right after he betrayed me, said Colton. Sorry, I'm bringing up old memories, said Sarah Kay. It's all right. People need to talk about their past, so they can have a future. That's one thing he taught me best, said Colton. Do you regret doing what you did to your family? Asked Sarah Kay. Every day. Let's get back to the bag, said Colton. One more question. If you could go back, would you do it again or save your family? Asked Sarah Kay. The Colton back then would have done it again. But the Colton today wouldn't. I would have done it to his family, said Colton. Footsteps are running. Colton, Sarah, come on. We don't have much time, said Eric. All three are running. All four are playing a video game. Eric turns off the television. All four are groaning. Hey, I almost won against Kajia again, said Jay. Play later, we've got trouble, said Eric. What kind of trouble? Asked Byron. None that we can't take down, said Jay. Leonardo fist bumps Jay. This is serious, more serious than all of the other missions we had when we were in Advance, Indiana. Someone else was there too, said Eric. Who? Asked Sarah Kay. Eric clicks a button. A picture of Manifestation appears. Manifestation, said Colton. He was there for one thing. The government buried it a long time ago. Well, I should actually say and quote him, and quote, said Eric. Clicking the button again. A picture of Andrew appears. Who's he? Asked Byron. His name is Andrew Prince. He was a scientist a long time ago. Until an accident in his lab. He turned into a disease. He spread it through the entire town. Then they all got sick and died. That disease is known as Black Death, and that's what he calls himself too, said Eric. So, let's go kick his butt and put him into jail, said Leonardo. It's not that simple, is it, Eric? Asked Eric K. No. If he goes to jail, he'll infect all the prisoners, the guards, warden, then eventually the town. You get the picture, said Eric. So, what do we do? Asked Kajia. We need to put him back where they found him, said Eric. They, said Colton. Manifestation recruited 2 others. Harleen Summers, said Eric. The freak who thinks she's a mutant, said Byron. And Rhiannon Hamilton, said Eric. The telepath, the one I got a stronger read off of, said Eric K. He's recruiting villains, said Colton. Where will we find them? Asked Leonardo. I believe they're still in Advance, Indiana, said Eric. Eric K. holds up his head. Eric, said Colton. Turn on the TV, something's wrong, said Eric K. The television turns on. Hello everyone. Cassie Dalton here. People in all black clothes and mirror masks are attacking the people and police of Adelanto, California, said Cassie. Turn the channel, said Eric K. The channel changes. Hello, Misty Rogers here in Adak, Alaska. A woman dressed in all black is levitating items and destroying buildings, said Misty. Again, said Eric K. The channel changes again. Hello, I'm Ryan Cord. Me and my cameraman are here in Adrian, Missouri, where a woman is claiming she isn't human and will kill everyone with her power, said Ryan. One more time, said Eric K. The channel changes a third time. I'm Susan Marianne Rogers here in Adams, Wisconsin. A man has just appeared at the top of a building. And, Susan starts coughing. And, I don't feel so well, said Susan, collapsing. Oh no, it's already starting, said Eric R. What do we do? Asked Sarah K. Byron and Jay head to Adelanto, California. Kajia and Leonardo head to Adak, Alaska. Sarah and Eric head to Adrian, Missouri. Me and Colton will head to Adams, Wisconsin, said Eric R. Adelanto, California. People are screaming. Figures wearing all black are chasing people. A bomb lands next to a figure wearing all black, then it explodes. Jay is firing a gun. The figures wearing all black are hiding behind vehicles, then run towards Jay. The gun gets knocked out of Jay's hand. The swords are swinging. Jay continuously moves, then gets tripped. The swords get lowered towards Jay. Electricity hits the figures wearing all black. It's good to make a shocking entrance, said Byron. The figures wearing all black grab their swords, then run towards both Byron and Jay. Adak, Alaska. A bus goes through a building. I love this job, said Rhiannon. Water balls hit Rhiannon. Maybe you should quit now, while you're ahead, said Kajia. Damn brats, said Rhiannon's eyes turn black. A truck flies towards both Kajia and Leonardo. Both Kajia and Leonardo move. Kajia, are you all right? Asked Leonardo. Kajia holding on to the ledge of the building. Help, said Kajia. Leonardo grabs Kajia's hand. The roof underneath Leonardo starts collapsing. Oh shit, said Leonardo. Adrian, Missouri. Put your hands up. That's right. I don't want to use my powers on you, said Harleen. Hey Harleen, why don't you put down the gun and surrender, said Sarah K. I don't think so. I don't want to use my powers on you either, said Harleen. Let's just get this over with, said Eric K. Harleen goes still. Nice work, Sarah K. Looking at Eric K appears still. What's going on? Asked Sarah K. It's me, dear. I told you. I didn't want to use my power. If people try to invade my mind, they become paralyzed. Just like your friend. And you're next, said Harleen looking at Sarah K., then her eyes glow. Adams, Wisconsin. Both Colton and Eric are running. There he is, said Colton. We need a plan, said Eric. How about a full-out assault? Asked Colton. That would work if we weren't dealing with a walking disease, said Colton. What to do? Said Eric. Colton runs into the middle of the road. Hey disease. Breath. I'm right here, said Colton. Who dares approach me? Asked Andrew. Dark skull of the anti-heroes. Now stop or feel my blade, said Colton. Anti-heroes, huh? I was brought here to kill you all, and I shall, said Andrew. Black mist appears. Colton, run, said Eric. Throwing ice. Colton runs. The ice hits the black mist. An explosion comes from behind Colton. Colton falls onto the ground. That's gonna hurt tomorrow, said Colton. Adelanto, California. Byron throws electricity. Are you all right, Jay? Asked Byron. My leg is bleeding badly, said Jay. Don't worry. I'll cover you. Here comes more, said Byron. Don't they know to stop? Asked Jay. I'll cover you. You just stay down, said Byron, throwing electricity. The figures wearing all black are being electrocuted. A figure wearing all black sees a water tower, then throws an explosive. The explosive explodes. The water tower falls. Byron. Byron shoves Jay out of the way. The water tower crushes. Byron. Unquat, no, unquat, yelled Jay, grabbing his gun. The gun continuously fires. The figures wearing all black continuously being shot. Jay yelling. The gun clicks. The figures wearing in black are laying on the ground. Jay looks at the water tower. Byron's arm appears underneath the water tower. Adak, Alaska. Both Kaguya and Leonardo are laying on the ground, then they groan. Sending kids to do an adult's job. How pathetic. How are you even a hero? Or even better, an anti-hero? You make me sick. But I need to finish the job, said Rhiannon's eyes turn black. A telephone pole gets pulled from the ground, then gets pointed at both Kaguya and Leonardo. Both Kaguya and Leonardo open their eyes. A manhole cover starts shaking, then flies off. Rhiannon looks up. Water rises from the sewer, then hits Rhiannon. Rhiannon goes into the building. Both Kaguya and Leonardo stand up, then high-five each other. A groaning sound comes from inside of the building. Both Kaguya and Leonardo look at the building. Pieces of glass fly towards Kaguya. Leonardo steps in front of Kaguya, then gets stabbed by the pieces of glass. Leonardo. Leonardo. Stay with me. Look at me. Please God, no, said Kaguya, starting to cry. There is no God, said Rhiannon. Kaguya looks up at Rhiannon, then her eyes turn white. The ground underneath Rhiannon starts shaking. The water breaks through the road, then hits Rhiannon. Rhiannon groans. Don't you know? Too much water pressure can kill you, said Kaguya. Rhiannon's eyes widen. The water continuously pours onto Rhiannon. Rhiannon goes limp. The water collapses onto the ground. Kaguya looks at Leonardo, then starts crying. Again. Adrian, Missouri. Harleen is smiling. Both Eric K. and Sarah K. are motionless. No one can stop me, said Harleen, turning around. Sarah K. blinks. I think it's working. Pretending not to move is hard. I have to sneeze. Sarah K. pulls out a napkin, sneezes, then goes still. Harleen looks at both Eric K. and Sarah K., then turns back towards the people. Sarah puts her hand into Eric K.'s pocket. You have to have potions for paralyzing. Potion appears. Paralyzing potion. Here you go, said Sarah K., tilting the bottle. Jay starts drinking, then becomes unparalyzed. Thanks, said Jay. Don't mention it, said Sarah K. Well, how do we beat her? I can't read he mind again, said Eric K. Read my mind to get to hers, said Sarah K. I don't think that'll work, said Eric K. Just try, said Sarah K. Eric K. puts his hands to his head. Sarah K. goes still, then so does Harleen. Cuff her. Now, said Eric K. Harleen gets handcuffed, then placed into the SWAT truck. Eric K. lowers his hand. Harleen looks around. No. How's this possible? Asked Harleen. The SWAT truck drives away. Good thinking, Sarah. Oh damn, what did I do? Asked Eric K. Nothing. I just like staying still, said Sarah K. Adams, Wisconsin. Both Colton and Eric are hiding. We can't hide in here forever, said Colton. It's better than out there with a diseased man, said Eric R. How can we beat him? We can't get close to him without getting sick, said Colton. I don't know, said Eric. Wait. I may have an idea. Can you freeze him? I mean into an ice cycle? Asked Colton. Of course. But I don't think it'll trap him, said Eric R. We'll give it a shot. I'll lead him too. You, said Colton. Good luck, said Eric. Colton runs down the road, then turns left. I hope this works, said Eric. Colton continues running, then stops. Andrew appears. You, hiding from me? What a coward you are. No wonder you're an anti-hero. You only care for yourself, said Andrew. Wow. You haven't missed a step. When was the last time you were out? 1,000 years. And all you have is an insult. Geez, I have more respect for robbers now. They don't talk, they do the job and get out of there, said Colton. That's it, Colton. Piss off the man who can extinguish the human race, said Eric. You are one pathetic person. My disease will take care of you, said Andrew. Black mist forms. Colton throws knives. The knives go into Andrew's shoulders. The black mist gets thrown. Colton runs. That's right. Run, coward, said Andrew. Oh, I'm running, said Colton. Andrew starts hovering. Ice forms around Andrew. Got you, said Eric. Are you sure? Asked Andrew. The ice breaks. Oh shit, said Eric. Andrew rises towards Eric. You can't win against a disease. We live forever. We're the true ones at the top of the food chain. And no one will stop us, said Andrew. You're right. Diseases live forever. But one thing is true. We will always fight back, said Eric. Forming an icebox around both himself and Andrew. You just trapped yourself inside with me, said Andrew. Yes, I did, said Eric. I guess I'll just break out, said Andrew, hitting the ice wall. It's very thick. You can't get out, said Eric. I'll just kill you then, said Andrew. It's too late for that, said Eric's eyes turn white. The ice walls get closer towards both Andrew and Eric. No, no, you bastard. Stop the walls, said Andrew. Like I said, and quat, you're too late, and quat, said Eric. Both Andrew and Eric turn into ice. The black mist dissipates. Colton collapses onto the ground. I'm never running again. Colton, walking, then sees the ice sculptures of both Andrew and Eric. Eric. No, said Colton. The anti-heroes tower. All 5 are sitting. I still can't believe Eric's gone, said Jay. Same with Byron and Leonardo, said Sarah K. What happens now? Asked Eric K. We fight. We continue Eric's work until he's unthawed. We can do this together, said Colton. Together, said Sarah K. All 5 are nodding their heads. The anti-heroes tower explodes. Manifestation appears on the roof of the building across the street. No more anti-heroes, said Manifestation, laughing, then walks away. The end.